Ok, dirígete a la ciudad de Sumeru. Ok, al parecer nos dieron una buena cinemática y nos dimos cuenta de que hay un secreto detrás de la Academia Sumeru. O mejor dicho, de esa caja que era de color rojo. Literalmente esa caja de color rojo me recuerda mucho al vidrio rojo. O sea que básicamente era de color verde y ahora es de color rojo.
Let's hurry and find Dunyarzad. Paimon thinks she must be around the Grand Bazaar, since she showed us around there last time.
Ok, ya estamos cercando. Busca a Dunyarzad. Pero vamos a ir.
There she is! Dunyarzad, we're back!
Just as promised, Traveler and Paimon. I'm so glad that you two came back to celebrate Lesser Lord Kusanali's birthday.
Parece que llegamos a tiempo.
Indeed. The festival's tomorrow. We've been preparing for so long that I can't help but feel a little nervous.
There's no need to be nervous. Paimon's sure that Lesser Lord Kusanali will feel everyone's gratitude.
Thanks, Paimon. I hope that everyone who comes to the festival will also have a good time. Speaking of which, did you manage to make your way to Port Ormos? Discover anything over there?
¿Descubrieron algo?
Of course we went. A lot of things happened there.
Ahora sí, incluso más. Ahora hay más. ¿Cómo decirlo? Pero no encontramos ninguna pista sobre la arena Kusanali. Ahora hay incluso más enigmas que antes.
I see.
El primerito.
Sounds like you two had another exciting adventure. If there is another chance, I would love to join.
My lady, if you went to Port Ormos in your current state, we'd both be in for a lifetime of trouble.
Uy.
Dia! You were eavesdropping!
It's called covert protection. Keeping an
Lo
ear
que
out
sea
for what's
encubierta.
going on around my employer is part of the job.
It's all right, Dia. I merely said I would like to go. I know better than to think my body could handle it. The festival's tomorrow. I've been doing nothing but causing trouble for you. So, Dia, please take some time to relax. I'll be fine.
No te preocupes, estaré
Even
bien.
when you put it that way, it still doesn't feel right.
Don't worry, my guardian knight.
Okay, fine, but only tonight. Tomorrow's a big day, and many no-good scumbags are gonna try to take advantage of that.
Oh, you two must be exhausted from your long journey back to the city. My apologies for not realizing this sooner. I've already prepared a room for you to rest. Please follow me.
Whoa, you're so thoughtful. Paimon's so ready.
Un buen descanso. El alba de las mil rocas, capítulo 3, acto 2. Ok, va. Luego de una abrupta y algo rara batalla después de lo acontecido, yo sé si se merece un poco de descanso. A ver, así que pues, ¿qué pasará?
Here we are. It's also fairly close to where I've been staying.
It looks really nice.
Perdona las molestias, Dunyarzad.
Not at all. Just tell me more about your adventures when you next get the chance.
That's Paimon's specialty. Paimon can tell you stories next time.
¿Cuál es la agenda de
Oh,
mañana?
if you don't mind, how about we all walk around together tomorrow? All of my friends will be working the festival, and Dia is still insisting on her covert protection.
Protección encubierta.
Yeah. It'll be pretty hard to relax and enjoy the festival if Dia's constantly hovering over you, right?
Será más fácil obtener información yendo contigo. Bien, está decidido.
Then let's meet at the nearby bazaar first thing tomorrow morning. Have a great night.
It's a deal. Good night, Dunyarzad.
I may be too excited to fall asleep tonight. See you tomorrow.
Paimon's starting to really look forward to the Sabzeruz festival too. Will there be lots of yummy food? Oh no. Thinking about food is just gonna keep Paimon up all night. The earlier we sleep, the better. Let's go
Por
inside,
dos.
traveler.
Ya, si no para dormir si hablamos de comida. Por 2.
A la mañana siguiente.
Did we oversleep? We should go meet Dunyarzad right away.
Dunyarzad. Ve al lugar acordado y habla con Dunyarzad. Ahí está.
Traveler, Paimon, I've been waiting for you two.
Good morning, Dunyarzad. We must have overslept a little bit.
Not at all. I arrived early. Today is finally here. I must cherish every moment as if it were gold.
You've worked so hard for this day. You gotta enjoy it to the fullest.
You know it. Oh, it's just that, as expected, I had some trouble falling asleep last night. Well, shall we? Let's start with the stalls over there.
Llegué a
Many vendors came out of
Dungersat,
the blue
caminando.
to support the event, and they insisted on covering costs themselves. Let's go give them some business.
They paid for everything out of pocket? Oh, sounds like they're not in this just for the
Sí, pues sí
mora.
se puede saltar, pero sí se puede saltar.
They all said that contributing to a lively festival atmosphere is more important than money. Especially since we don't often get to celebrate Lesser Lord Kusanali's birthday.
Ooh, they're selling food over that way.
No termina la
This
conversación.
is a stall offering foods from the Haftmewa feast.
Half Newat.
Oh,
Creo
you
que lo
could
dije
tell
bien.
straight away. I thought most people nowadays wouldn't know.
Mushrooms, flowers, and all kind of fruit? It's all vegetarian stuff. Oh, Paimon's a little disappointed. So, what's the Haftmewa feast you mentioned?
It's another Sabzeruz festival tradition. People used to set their tables with 7 different foods. Generally speaking, the most common selections were foods like Rukashva mushrooms, Nilopala lotuses, Sumeru roses, Sunsetias, Kapalatas, Hara fruits, and
Fruta,
Zaitun
frutos,
peaches.
nara, ara y
So,
duraznolovias.
the Sabzeruz festival is a vegetarian holiday?
Celebración.
You don't have to be a vegetarian to enjoy the spread. We just use the 7 foods to symbolize the 7 virtues of the
Simbolizan las
Dendro
7 virtudes de Arconte Sumeru.
But if that's the case, if Sumeru uses vegetarian food to represent the Dendro Archon,
Comida vegetariana para representar a Arconte Dendro.
wouldn't the Pyro Archon's festival be full of food like roasted fowl, juicy meatballs, grilled steak?
Ah, su madre. O sea, básicamente que la nación debe ofrecer ave asada, albóndigas y filete de barbacoa. ¿Quién sabe?
Oh, traveler, we have to go to Natlan as soon as possible.
¿Quién sabe? ¿Quién sabe? Yo pienso que a lo mejor la siguiente nación debe ser la de Pyro. Básicamente la nación Natlan. La nación Natra. Yo pienso, aunque no sé, dudo mucho que sí o dudo mucho que no, pero quién sabe, sinceramente. ¿Quién sabe que la siguiente nación será esa? ¿Quién sabe?
I hope your wish comes true one day, Paimon.
Thanks. All right, how about we also check out some of these other stalls?
Dear customers, would you like to try your hand at alchemical
Adivinación
divination?
alquímica.
What's alchemical divination? Those two things sound like they'd be fun to try together.
Right? I thought the same when I first heard about it. It is said to be a mysterious craft invented by none other than Lesser Lord Kusanali herself.
So, how does it work?
It's quite simple. After you give me any 2 alchemical reagents, I'll use them to perform a random transmutation.
Sure sounds random. So random that it will probably fail.
Tal vez así no funciona la alquimia. Tal vez.
That is precisely what we need. After the transmutation fails, your one and only diviner here will interpret the remnants.
Es totalmente aleatorio de principio a fin. Parece un método bastante dudoso.
Well, according to Lesser Lord Kusanali, everything is interconnected, and all that occurs can be traced back to fate.
Why does everything sound so much more credible when Dunyarzad says it? Are you guys working together?
So that's the true wisdom behind it. This young lady sure knows her stuff. So, how about it? Want to give it a try?
Bien, no pierdo nada con intentarlo. Ok, dijo que es aleatoria. Así que... Una mariposa. Aquí también se otra comida. Wow. Una mariposa y... esto, una pistillo de flor helada. A ver.
Okay, one moment. It's the moon.
La
Wants
luna.
to take a look too. Is it? It looks more like a pie that Paimon bit into.
Generally speaking, the moon signifies...
La luna significa...
It means...
un moment.
Wait a moment.
Por el
Is
moment.
he really looking it up in a book?
Oh, I remember now. It means illusions and lies.
Ilusiones y
Illusions
mentiras.
and lies? sounds rather ominous.
Yes, but this book says that if you trust your intuition and overcome your fears, the sun will surely rise.
He's not even trying to hide his book anymore.
Naturally, fate will only ever show you the beginning of a journey. It is up to you to forge your own ending. Oh, thank you so much. I'll keep that
Lo
in mind.
tendré en cuenta.
Oh, it's nothing. I'm just learning as I go.
Guess that was still pretty interesting. Okay, on to the next stop.
Ok, ok.
They say the
Camina. Oye,
Sabzeruz
oye, ¿qué
festival
fue?
was very lively
No
a
puede
long,
caminar.
long time ago. Large flower carriages used to parade through the city. As they headed towards Port Ormos, people would throw flowers, candy, and liquor all along the way.
Dunyarzad's eyes are sparkling right now.
I wish I could have seen that spectacle. But if you ask me, I'm sure Nilu's dance of Sabzeruz would be just as impressive.
A ver, a ver, a ver. Uy, se detuvo.
Attention!
Oye, era.
Soldiers, fall into formation if you want any Yalda candies.
It's a weird guy with
Eso
a
fue
weird
rápido.
Hey, it's Dunyarzad! Wow!
Miss Dunyarzad, the children love you even more than the Yalda candies. In the few short days it took to prepare for the Sabzeruz festival, the children have all grown very fond of you.
The hallowed Night of Flowers. It's an honor that you know my name.
Attention! In the name of Ferris, the Knight of Flowers, I commend you on your contributions to the glorious Sabzeruz festival. All right, little soldiers, take your Yalda candies and don't forget your loyalty to Lesser Lord Kusanali. Dismissed!
Yes, Knight Ferris!
Oye, era como soldados.
Just what is going on here?
Ferris, the Night of Flowers, is another Sabzeruz festival icon, and one immensely popular with children. In the past, the actor portraying Ferris would also sit on a flower carriage.
It's all thanks to Miss Dunyarzad's sponsorship that the children can make such wonderful memories today.
As are we to you, Vihar.
Oh, not at all. Oh, speaking of tradition, do you want some Yalda candies?
Caramelos Yalda,
They're a
es lo que
festival
básicamente es lo que está
staple,
diciendo
and I
ahorita.
happen to have some boxes readied here. Take a look and pick whichever one you want.
Whichever one. Don't these boxes all look the same?
That is the fun part. Each box contains a random flavor. It's up to the luck of the draw.
Los que hay con sabor caracalamba da fruto arara. Fruto ara soltea.
Those all sound pretty good.
And there's also lizard tail and oni kabuto.
A su madre.
What's up with those two flavors?
Oni Kabuto is a little spicier than Lizard Tail.
Dunyarzad, you tried them before? Traveler, help Paimon pick one. Paimon wants the Sunsetia flavor.
No me echo la culpa si elijo mal.
It's alright. Paimon believes in you.
I also believe in your intuition.
Great. These boxes of candy are numbered 1 to 5 from left to right. Which one do you want?
Difícil decisión. A ver, sinceramente, ¿cuál será la caja? ¿Cuál será la tetera? ¿Cuál será la tetera? Tampoco puedo adivinar. ¿Cuál sería la tetera, de verdad? ¿Cuál sería la tetera? ¿La primera, la segunda, la tercera, la cuarta o la quinta? A ver. O el clásico. Que no digo tú, que no fue. ¿Dónde fuiste tú? ¿Con dónde fuiste tú? Eres tú. A su madre, un juego de niño, básicamente. Esto fue una frase para elegir. Pero bueno, elegí solamente. La quinta. Definitivamente me hice por la quinta.
Attention! That's unfortunately Oni Kabuto.
Es cara diablo.
Paimon thought you survived so many epic battles because you had incredible luck. But looks like Paimon was wrong.
The Sunsetia flavored candy was in box number 4.
La
How
cuarta.
about this?
No manches, está solamente un pasito.
Has a good time at the festival. So please, take both boxes.
Really? Thanks a lot, Knight of Candies.
It's Night of Flowers, not Night of Candies.
Paimon really wilted the carriageless Night of Flowers.
They all basically sound the same. We got our candy, so let's keep going.
Sigamos
Oh,
andando.
actually, I just remembered that I left something behind. Since you're here, can you come with me to get it?
No es ninguna inconveniente. No es ningún inconveniente.
Dunyarzad, you probably forgot because you're so excited about the Sabzeruz festival.
Básicamente, creo que eso tendré, que es que yo me olvido mucho. Tal vez eso tendré, que puede ser que yo me olvide muchas cosas. A ver, Birjar. ¿Un poco conversar con él?
Attention, young soldiers. Are you here to...
Ay. Ok, creo que se nos dé para eso. Creo. A ver. Regresa al alojamiento. Vamos corriendo, nomás. Vamos corriendo. Saltar, salvavidas.
We're too late. Who knew the little lady was such an early riser?
Buddy es líder,
No,
eremita.
right? Hey, wait a minute. Boss, isn't that her?
Oh, that most certainly is. We're in luck. She's walking right into our clutches.
Those Eremites don't look like they're up to any good.
Who are you? I don't believe the Homayanis hired you.
That's right. We haven't received any of their mora, but I wonder how much the Homayanis would shell out to get...
They're a gang of kidnappers! Traveler, hurry and protect Dunyarzad!
Aquí está Marcock Super, el protector. El profesional.
Did you scumbags even consider that the
Es lo mismo.
Homayanis might have hired a merc that outclasses you?
You're... Dia! Dia the Flame Mane! No wonder we mercs haven't heard anything about you for so long. You sold your unruly mane to the highest bidder.
Don't speak so disrespectfully. My family started working with her as gratitude for her past kindness to us.
Don't worry about it, my lady. Just some friendly banter between mercs. One punch and those rabid dogs will expose themselves for what they really are.
Aren't your claws all dull by now? Don't get too cocky!
Y ahora vinieron más.
Traveler, take Miss Dunyarzad to a safe location.
No, we're gonna stay and help. There's too many of them.
Pero Daja, la seguridad de su cliente es lo primero.
You're right. All right, fine.
Please be careful, Dia.
Don't waste your time worrying about me. This is my job. Look out for yourself. After I've wiped the floor with them, I'll go find...
¿Hay reloj también? Ya aquí no diría. También hay reloj. Ya están solo unos metros. Ahí está.
Dunyarzad, are you okay? You look a little pale. Are you in shock?
I'm fine. My body always reacts like this whenever I exert myself too much.
You sure you're okay?
I'll be fine after some rest. I'm more worried about Dia. After all, none of this would have happened if I hadn't insisted on
No te
coming out
preocupes, ella es
today.
muy fuerte. Dia accederá a protegerte porque aprueba tus acciones.
Yeah, don't worry.
Pasando los minutos, o segundos, o horas. Bueno, creo que nunca lo dijeron. Y ya
Traveler,
está.
found ya.
Dia, you took care of them so fast.
Any more of them? Or rather, did anyone follow you?
Me cercioré hace un momento. No hay nadie.
Dia,
No
your
hay
arm.
nadie.
Oh, this? I'm fine. It's just a scratch. Normally, they wouldn't have been able to land a hit on me at all, but I'm still getting used to this new greatsword.
Please, let me take a closer look.
Come on, it's nothing. Us mercs aren't as fragile as you think.
Hold on, you said something about a new greatsword. What happened to the one you were using before?
About that. Well, I sold it, because I was low on mora. Stuff like this happens every now and then.
It can't be. The anonymous donation that was used for the venue's final round of preparations?
Hey, Miss Dunyarzad, I wasn't trying to make you cry. I'm not gonna lose my commission because I made my employer cry, am I?
Okay, making your employer cry won't affect your commission, but Selling her weapon without permission and getting hurt? I'll have to reevaluate your performance.
You're so unreasonable, my lady.
Thank you very much, Dia.
Don't be like that. I get embarrassed really easily.
Are you feeling unwell again, Dunyarzad?
My lady, your condition. Traveler, can you take her somewhere to rest? I'll look around the area to make sure we're safe from an ambush.
Yo me encargo.
Truly. I'm sorry for the trouble, everyone.
A ver. Lleva a Dungeon a algún sitio del cercano donde puede descansar. Bajamos, bajamos, bajamos. Aquí está.
Are you feeling better, Dunyarzad?
Yes, much better. Just give me a few moments and I'll be good to go.
A juzgar por la expresión que tenía Deiga cuando mencionó tu enfermedad.
I didn't realize you were concerned about it. I guess I shouldn't continue to keep it a secret. I was actually born with Elazar.
Eleazar. Ah, su madre.
Can't believe it's Elazar.
Oh, you've already heard of Elazar. In that case, you probably know about its severity. Sumeru's current medical advancements still haven't been able to find a cure.
Es la misma enfermedad que tiene Coley.
Can only be delayed through environmental therapy.
Dunyarzad.
There's no need to be sad. I've always lived with Elazar and I came to terms with it a long time ago. Compared to the simple fact that I'm afflicted with this, its effects on my life have been much more painful. I know that my family loves me dearly. They've done all they can to provide the best environment for me so that I can live for that much longer. However, I know I will one day succumb to this. Did you know? Before I ran away from home this time, the world outside of my home didn't even know that I existed. Since I was a child, all I could do was sit on my bed and stare at everything outside of my window. I'm sure my family's worried and disappointed in me for running away, but I just didn't want to have any regrets. I wanted to meet other people. To me, there's nothing more beautiful than being able to meet and speak with others. Not to mention the incredible time spent preparing for the festival. The joy on everyone's faces here, and all the support I've received from friends like Dia. This way, when my final day does arrive, it will be less sorrowful. At the very least, many people will remember that I once existed in this world, right?
Por supuesto, no, yo no te olvidaré. No digas eso, aún te quedan muchos momentos de felicidad por delante.
As long as you don't forget Paimon, Paimon also won't forget about you. No, even if you forget Paimon, Paimon will still remember you.
Thank you two so much. I apologize for the depressing conversation. This is out of character for me. To be honest, Lesser Lord Kusanali gave me the courage to do all of this. If it weren't for her encouragement, I wouldn't have taken that first step.
Tú no eres quien no se ha dejado vencer por enfermedad. Es impresionante que no te hayas dado por vencida.
Thanks. There will always be frustrations in life, but I know that the point of living is not to leave behind any regrets.
Es una forma de pensar admirable. Así es.
Oh, right. Isn't it almost time?
Huh? Almost time for what?
Isn't the dance of Sabzeruz about to begin? It's the part of the festival that I've been looking forward to the most. Nilu will recreate that legendary scene with her most splendid dancing. And the Sabzeruz festival will conclude amid everyone's applause and blessings. And with that, my wish will also...
Then what are we waiting for? Let's go to the stage!
Yeah, we should still make it in time.
Eleazar, una enfermera que solamente aparece en la ciudad SUMERU. A ver, dirígete al Gran Bazar para ver la danza Sabzeruz, ahí está. Mira.
Were you not aware that the law prohibits this type of performance from taking place?
Over there!
Oye, no.
Someone's yelling at Nilu!
I think I just saw the Academia's Grand Sage. Why is he here in person?
But the Dance of Sabzeruz is one of the key parts of the Sabzeruz Festival. If we can't perform it...
The Sabzeruz Festival. The law also prohibits the private hosting of large-scale religious festivals. Only the Academia can host such an event. If you continue to resist, we will have to order an investigation into every single event organizer. The Grand Sage has already granted you much leniency. I advise that you exercise tact.
How did things turn out like this?
The Academia was originally responsible for the Sabzeruz Festival, but they failed this responsibility for many years. I need to speak with them.
No lo hagas. Ellos tienen la última palabra. Las cosas se podrán fear si lo haces enfadar.
This is a hard pill to swallow, but you're right. Things would only get worse.
Art, dance. Aren't you ashamed of pursuing such frivolous and meaningless activities in this land of knowledge and reason? Our Archon created the utopia that is Sumeru City for all scholars who sought validity, verity, and truth, while people like you wish to defile it.
No. I believe that our Archon never rejected the arts. Even the goddess of flowers dedicated a dance to her.
With your lack of intellectual credentials, I do not believe you are qualified to debate with me. What you should be doing is finding workers to tear down this ridiculous eyesore. When we return, have the scribe draft an ordinance before the next Nyagarbha day that prohibits public art performances. We will announce it to the public later via the Akasha.
Understood. I will inform him when I return.
The Sabzeruz Festival. Go celebrate the birth of that god to your heart's content.
Nilu, are you okay?
Qué triste.
Oh, Dunyarzad. You all saw that just now? The Grand Sage ordered us to stop the performance.
Yeah.
Let's go somewhere the Academia can't find us and perform there. But how do we let everyone know? And what about the atmosphere on the stage? Or we could get people to block them off so they can't interrupt the performance. No. They just threatened to investigate the organizers.
Nilu, it's all right.
But you've been looking forward to the Dance of Sabzeruz so much. And I know how important this festival is to you. I don't want you to have any regrets.
It's okay. Seeing you care this much about my it would be too risky to continue the Sabzeruz Festival at this point. I don't want to get everyone in trouble.
If you say so. But you can sneak out for the next Sabzeruz Festival, right? We'll make sure the next one is a smashing success.
The next one.
La próxima vez.
Yes. Okay. It's a promise. It will be a smashing success.
No creo que nadie más sabe de su enfermedad.
I can't believe this is how things turned out. Those heartless geezers.
¿Hay algo que podamos hacer?
It really is okay. There's nothing we can do about it. Still, I'd be lying if I said I had no regrets. I would have loved to see Nilu's dance.
Un final triste. Con gran pesar, el festival Sabzeruz se cancelará forzadamente.
A lot happened today. It's a shame the festival ended the way it did. Nilu and Dunyarzad promised to make the next Sabzeruz festival a success. But Dunyarzad is running out of time.
Tú debes saberlo mejor que antes, mejor que nadie. ¿Beep?
All connections have been secured to construct the most stable
What?
framework possible. The project is entered its most critical phase. Power has begun to flow from...
What? ¿Qué fue ese beep?
Mañana.
Oh, we're gonna be late! It's all because you wouldn't get out of bed! We should go meet Dunyarzad right away!
What? ¿Qué fue? ¿Qué fue? ¿Qué fue? Se escuchó un beep, se escuchó personas hablar y ahora Hay que volver a reunirse con Dunyarsat. Ok, esto sí me suena familiar. O bueno, creo que fue un déjà vu. Bueno.
Good morning,
Ok,
Dunyarsat.
ok.
Sorry we're late.
Not at all. I arrived early.
You seem kind of tired. Did you not get
Te
enough
ves un poco
sleep?
cansada. ¿Es que no dormites
I'm
bien?
doing well. There's
Estoy
no
bien,
need
no
to
hace falta
worry.
que se preocupen. ¿Nos
Shall we
vamos?
go?
Comenzamos,
Let's start with
sí.
the stalls over there.
Sure. Traveler? Why are you just standing there? Let's get going.
Ok. Ok. Bueno. Vamos caminando,
Ooh, there's
caminando.
some food over that way. Let's go take a look.
Bueno, se entiende que no se puede saltar. A ver, Dunyarsat. Pillara.
This is a stall offering foods from the Haftmewa feast.
You are quite well informed, miss.
Su voz ha cambiado y se ve muy cansada.
Nowadays wouldn't know.
They're all plants. Oh, Paimon's a little disappointed. Actually, what is the Haftmewa feast you mentioned just now?
It's one of the Sabzeruz festival's traditions. People used to set their tables with 7 different foods to symbolize the 7 virtues of the Dendro Archon.
Hay algo que me resulta familiar. Un momento. Parece que los estos tienen la forma de luna.
Form of the moon.
Really? Paimon thought it looked like some kind of food.
The moon signifies... It's escaping me for now. What?
Is he really looking it up in a book?
Oh, right. It means illusions and lies.
Las ilusiones y las mentiras. Es como que si eso ya se hubiera dicho antes. Es una especie de paramnesia. Tengo la sensación de que he escuchado eso antes.
Understood. I'll keep that in mind.
Oh, it's nothing. I'm just learning as I go.
Guess that was still pretty interesting. Okay, on to the next stall.
Sigue a Dunyarsat.
Next.
Ok. Ok, se siente un poco callado. Wow, eso sí es algo raro, creo. Vale. Ok, vamos caminando y esta palabra ya se había escuchado antes. O bueno. Ok, vamos por esta zona. Acá. Bueno, aquí está el señor de las flores. Adiviné.
All right, soldiers. Now that you have your Yalda candies, don't forget your loyalty to Lesser Lord Kusanali. Dismissed.
Yes, Knight Ferris! What's going on? Is this...
Ferris, the Night of Flowers, is another Sabzeruz festival icon and one immensely popular with children.
It's all thanks to Miss Dunyarzad's sponsorship that the children can meet the Night of Flowers. Oh, do you want some Yalda candies? I happen to have some boxes readied here. Take a look and pick whichever one you want.
What's to pick? Don't these boxes all look the same?
It's not that simple. Each box contains a random flavor. It's up to the luck of the draw. Flavors include lavender melon, hara fruit, sunsetia.
Eso sí suena familiar.
Ooh, how interesting.
And there's also lizard tail and oni kabuto.
Ugh, why do those flavors even exist? Traveler, help Paimon pick one. Paimon wants to eat the sunset.
¿Quieres solsetia?
Great. These boxes of candy are numbered 1 to 5 from left to right. Which one do you
A
want?
ver, ¿qué pasa si elijo la cuarta? Definitivamente me decido por la cuarta.
Ah, excellently chosen. Number 4 is indeed sunsetia.
Uy,
Paimon bet you had incredible luck, and Paimon was right.
no creo que eso fuera suerte. Ok, no sé por qué, pues no sé por qué. Sabía que era la cuarta caja.
How's that possible? It's obviously random.
¿Por qué no dejo tener esta sensación de paramnesia?
Maybe we didn't sleep very well last night. Or maybe we slept too
Lo siento, Dunyarsat, pero necesito un momento.
Sure.
Where are you going? You're just gonna walk off like that?
Para amnesia. Déjà vu. Dígite la taberna Lambat. Ok. No sé por qué se está dirigiendo a la taberna Lambat. Porque así lo menciona. Ok.
A feeling of deja vu?
Para amnesia.
Oh, Paimon knows what that is. It's when you feel like you've already experienced. In that case, Paimon also felt something like that today. But that's just our brains playing tricks on us, isn't it? So, why'd you run here in such a hurry?
Quiero hacer algo que no suelo hacer. Quiero ver si me puedo deshacer de esta sensación.
So that's it. You're intentionally doing things you usually wouldn't and seeing if you still get that same feeling of deja vu.
Welcome, you two. Are you here for lunch? What would you like to eat?
Una relación de panecillos de coco carbonizados.
Got it. You don't look like you're from these parts, but I gotta say, you got good taste. I'll give this order to the kitchen.
Coconut charcoal cake? Isn't it that burnt thing that didn't look tasty at all?
La comida gigante. La comida gigante.
Understands what you're trying to do now. You'd never normally order something like this.
Sí, son demasiado grandes ese plato. Es demasiado grande. ¿Te vas a comer todo eso? Y lo dice como si estuviera preocupada.
Going a bit too far.
Buen provecho.
How was it? The look on your face is telling Paimon that it's
La verdad es que no está. La verdad es que no está nada mal.
You mean
Estoy seguro de haberlo probado antes. ¿Ok? No sé nada de déjà vu. No recuerdo si se probó eso. No sé si parte de eso también se probó literalmente. De verdad no sé. Este sabor. Estoy seguro de haberlo probado antes.
that's impossible? We were just talking about how gross it looked. So, would this be a case of taste bud deja vu?
Después de todo, no puedes deshacerme de esta sensación. Es como que si ya lo hubiera probado antes.
Paimon also gets the impression that we've been here many times, even though we aren't regulars.
Claro.
How about we go out again and
List, a ver. Habla con Yasumoto. No, esperen, ese no es parte de la emisión. No, esperen, ese no es parte de la emisión. Creo. Oye, ya se hizo de tarde.
hey, Dunyarzad is sitting by herself on that bench over there.
Ay, miren. Se quedó ahí solamente.
What a coincidence, Dunyarzad. We meet again. Why are you sitting here all by yourself?
Oh, I ran into some kidnappers just now, but thankfully Dia came to my rescue. I started to feel unwell after that, so I sat
Sí,
down
los
here.
eremitas.
Kidnappers? Oh my goodness, are you hurt?
I'm okay. Dia's arm got scratched, but it isn't serious.
Whew. That's a big relief. But, Dunyarzad, you seem a little down today. It's the Sabzeruz festival, and you...
Not at all. I've always been like this. Excessive physical exertion or strong emotions tend to aggravate my illness. Besides, no matter how amazing today may be, it is but a single day. After however many more days, my time will come to an end.
Paimon doesn't quite follow you, and Paimon feels like something's really got you down right now.
Perdón por haberte dejado atrás.
It really is fine. I don't mind.
No, me han sucedido cosas un poco extrañas. ¿No has notado nada fuera de lo normal?
Huh? Did something happen?
Dunyarzad, have you ever felt deja vu? You know, like when you've already experienced something that's happening right now?
Deja vu? No. But my days have been the same for years now. Even if I were feeling deja vu, I suppose I would already be used to it.
Oh,
Deja vu.
Then, is it only the two of us?
It's almost time.
Huh? Time for what?
Nilu's Dance of Sabzeruz is about to begin. Let's go.
Deja vu. Y regresamos a ese punto. Si mal no recuerdo, ahí debe estar el sabio. Y Nilo. Y su
With your
ayudante.
lack of intellectual credentials, I do not believe you are qualified to debate with me. What you should be doing is finding workers to tear down this ridiculous eyesore. When we return, have the scribe draft an ordinance before the next Nyagarbaha Day that prohibits public art performances. We will publicly announce it later through the Akasha.
Understood. I will inform him when I return.
Erudita. Gran sabio.
Sabzeruz Festival. Go celebrate the birth of that god to your heart's content.
Ok, ya lo dejó bien claro.
Nilu, are you okay?
Oh, Dunyarzad. The Grand Sage ordered us to stop the performance.
It's okay. There's nothing we can do about it.
But you've been really looking forward to this. I don't want you to have any regrets.
It truly is unfortunate, but I don't want to cause trouble for anyone.
True.
Uy, no.
Well, okay. I'll just have to try again next year.
The next
La
festival.
próxima vez.
I probably won't be around by then.
Wait, what did you just say?
No, nothing. I'll be heading back to rest. Thank you for your help, everyone.
Paimon can't believe what those heartless geezers did!
Es una verdadera lástima. Es una verdadera lástima.
Did Dunyarzad already go back? We should also return and get some sleep.
Con gran pesar, el Festival Sabzeruz es cancelado forzosamente. Forzosamente, creo que es casi igual.
You still
No
couldn't
pensé
figure
igual.
out what that deja vu feeling was all about? Maybe it really was because of exhaustion.
Me siento un poco mareado. No lo había pensado hasta ahora, pero tengo la cabeza como un bombo. El primero usa mucho mejor.
Same here. That's why Paimon stopped thinking about it halfway through the day. Then, how about we settle in and get a good night's sleep?
Uy,
For now, we can chalk things up to exhaustion.
uy, ¿qué fue?
We can do more thinking
¿Qué fue ese escala de grises de repente? Uy, ¿el VIP otra vez? ¿El VIP otra vez?
Observing a modest drop in the output of jnana energy, but values still remain within normal parameters.
Continue to monitor for variances in the data and find the cause as soon as possible.
Why does Paimon feel so tired after so much sleep? Anyway, we should go meet Dunyarzad right away.
Es la misma frase que se mencionó antes. Uy, ya se fue hasta la pared. Y ahora, ve al lugar acordado y habla con Dunyarzad. Que es la tercera vez que sucede esa sensación. O esa escena.
Good morning, Dunyarzad. Sorry to keep you waiting.
Not at all. I arrived early.
Huh? Paimon thinks you sound kinda tired. Did you not get enough sleep?
I'm doing well. There's no need to worry. Shall we go? Let's start with the stalls over there.
Ahora se escucha un poco más lento.
Good idea. Let's get going. Traveler?
Todo esto tengo una sensación muy fuerte de haber visto todo esto antes. Y supongo que se volverá a repetir todo.
It's all thanks to Miss
Me lo
Dunyarzad's
imaginaba.
sponsorship that the children can enjoy the Sabzeruz festival.
Llegamos rápido.
Oh, are you interested in Yalda candies? I have some boxes of candy here. Pick whichever one you want.
Not much of a choice. All these boxes look the same.
It's not that simple. Each box contains a random flavor. It's up to the luck of the draw. Flavors include lavender melon, hara fruit,
La fruta ara alsorcetia.
They all sound pretty tasty.
And there's also lizard tail and oni kabuto.
Huh? What were those last two? He'll help me choose. Paimon wants to eat the sunsettia flavor.
No problem. These boxes of candy are numbered 1 to 5 from left to right.
Oye,
Which
todos están
one do you want?
4. Oye, ¿qué fue? Todos están 4 y todos se está dirigiendo a la caja 4. A ver si coloco el segundo, la cuarta.
Oh, I like your confidence. No hesitation at all. Oh, congratulations. Number 4 is
La cuarta es de sorcetia. Uy, otra vez. ¿Y otra? Uy, la primera. Y la segunda. La tercera, la cuarta.
Paimon knew he always had incredible luck.
La segunda es de fruto ara. A ver, yo le creo que la quinta es de escaradiablo.
Paimon's not really interested in the other flavors.
Wait. How did you know? Don't tell me that you already knew which flavor was in each...
What? He was right about all of them?
That couldn't have been luck. How is this possible? I packed all those boxes this morning and they've been sealed ever since. You couldn't have known beforehand. Mind reading? X-ray vision? Or some kind of magic trick? This is way too freaky.
Tell us what's going on. Since when did you get superpowers?
Superpoderes.
Traveler?
Uy. Desapareció. ¿Qué fue eso?
Where are you going?
¿Qué fue eso?
What's going on? Did you see something?
Ok.
Asking Dunyarzad without letting her know is kind of rude, you know.
A ver, observando. ¡Ahí está! Sigue a la persona que te resulta familiar. No hay nadie. Solamente está esta persona. Y por esta zona. Uy, Yara. Un pueblo fantasma de repente.
What are you looking for? Why did we come here?
Una persona familiar. Una abrumadora sensación de paranesia. Uy. Ahí está. Había un pájaro ahí y ahora desapareció. ¿Qué está pasando? ¿Qué está pasando, mi gente? Y no hay nadie, no hay nadie. Como si todos se hubieran desaparecido. Es una niña. Uy, Dunyarzad.
Isn't that Dunyarzad?
Eso sí es real. ¿Qué?
What's happening here? Why are there two Dunyarzads?
Esto sí da buenos revuelos.
You already know that this isn't your first Sabzeruz festival, don't you?
Permanecer alerta.
I'm sure you already know how to use this.
Uy, una de estas cosas divinas.
Where did you get it? What's inside?
You should use it too, Paimon.
¿Sabes su nombre?
You know Paimon?
Hay que usarla juntos, Paimon.
Well, this seems kinda sketchy, but Paimon feels like this is what we should do.
Uy. Oye, Ara,
What the?
pasaron como las historietas de Marvel. Irónico. Recuerdos de muchos días.
This is our 20th time at the Sabzeruz Festival? Huh? No. The 30th? 40th? Just how many times have we been to the Sabzeruz Festival? Have we been trapped in a single day? If it weren't for you, we wouldn't have even realized.
Oye, Ara.
What the heck was inside that knowledge
What
capsule?
the... Your memories are still scrambled? Try your best to remember. This isn't the first time we've met, and I answered that question
Ya
a
respondí esa
long
pregunta
time ago.
hace mucho tiempo.
Let Paimon think. Oh, it's coming back. Meeting you was the real catalyst for restoring our memories. What about everyone else? Why are you only helping the two of us?
Your sense of deja vu is stronger than everyone else's, yes? As for an explanation, you two received the blessing of Dendro, and you also have special, sensitive constitutions. It was as if a single sheet of paper was separating those memories from your consciousness.
Dungersat. ¿Qué le pasa qué le pasa a esa
A
Dungersat?
familiar question. I think this is the 7th time you asked
La
that.
séptima vez, su madre,
As
qué
you
miedo.
can see, she isn't doing well. You probably sensed it too. The Dunyarzad you were just with is different from the first Dunyarzad you met. That first Dunyarzad is in front of you right now, and she doesn't have a lot of time left.
Lo que necesito saber es ahora. Tengo que salir este bucle.
Looks like you're almost done sorting out your brain. Oh yeah, I'm Nahida.
Naida o Naji. Lo sé, ya te presentaste antes.
Good, you passed the test.
What's happening? You can awaken our memories, and you seem like you know what's going on. Oh, wait. Please don't tell Paimon even you don't know.
Everything in this world runs in a loop. This cycle is called a samsara. You, me, and everyone else are all stuck inside a one-day As for the truth,
Samsara.
that's on you to find out. If you were told the truth instead of discovering it yourselves, it would literally blow your minds. I don't know how you'd be after that.
Ok.
I can only give you surface
Me hago una
with
idea.
bits of information and subtle hints. For the rest of the time, I'll be doing all I can to slow down Dunyarzad's illness.
She looks like she isn't doing well at all. Her illness gets worse after each Sabzeruz festival.
If we can break out of the samsara, I might be able to save her.
Samsara.
As things are right now, she's just a small bird in the sky that's about to lose its last feathers. All I can do is raise a gale to delay her fall.
You sure love to use weird analogies.
Analogías extrañas.
Analogies are wonderful tools. They let you use existing knowledge to understand unfamiliar things. Okay, so, with what you know so far, what do you think the truth is?
Ok. Déjame poner mis ideas en orden. Ok, ¿qué es esto? Ok, ¿qué es esto? Ok, ¿qué es esto que estoy viendo ahorita? Cuando entres en el estado de meditación, escoge cualquier entrada para descifrarla. Al hacerlo, analizarás la entrada para posiblemente obtener una nueva. Las entradas descifradas las pueden entregar como conclusión. Al leer algunas entradas podrás establecer asociaciones de ideas. Para ello, haz clic en hacer asociación de ideas. Escoge otra entrada y haz clic en asociar ideas. Al hacer la asociación correcta, obtendrás una nueva entrada. Si en la página en la que estás en alguna entrada que está descifrando es apta como conclusión, escógela y luego selecciona entregar conclusión. Ok. Descifrar.
The grand sage said, "Go celebrate the birth of that god to your heart's content." Did he mean something more? What's happening right now seems to have happened before. This feeling has been getting stronger and stronger. The moon, illusions, and lies. What do they all mean?
¿Qué significa?
My mind feels
Mi mente se siente
exhausted,
cansada aunque no haya
even
hecho
though
tanto
I
esfuerzo
haven't done
mental.
too much thinking.
¿Qué está sucediendo?
What is going on?
El samsara del día de Sabzeruz.
We've already
Ahí está.
experienced the Sabzeruz festival many times, and the day of the festival seems to be in a perpetual samsara.
Ok, y si coloco esto con el Panasepsus, entrega conclusión.
That doesn't sound right.
Ay, miércoles. Ah, no.
I need to carefully think things through.
Hacer asociación de ideas. Escoger la entrada, escoger otra entrada para asociar ideas. Cansancio mental, el para... Ok, el para... Ok, voy a probar. Creo que no lo seleccioné. A ver, asociar ideas. ¿Bucle temporal?
That should be it. The flow of time is endlessly
Sí,
cycling
porque es
within
lo
one
que
single
tiene
day.
más, es lo que tiene más sentido. Lo que tiene más sentido. El Panasepsus con el bucle más con el Panasepsus. Tiene mucho sentido. O será otra. Pucha, la asma. Descifrar de nuevo.
That should be it. The flow of time is endlessly cycling.
A time loop. You've given similarly wrong answers in the past. A pity.
¿Cómo que si ya se le pitió?
Answer? Paimon thought that made a lot of sense. It feels like time's just repeating itself.
A simple time loop can't explain some of the phenomena. You two are still missing a lot of information. Unfortunately, I can't give you any more hints.
Siempre lo más difícil, siempre lo más difícil. Lo más difícil y lo más difícil.
Dunyarzad.
The Sabzeruz festival is happening every day, but that doesn't mean we can waste an infinite amount of them. Hurry and find the truth before today's festival ends.
Descifrarlo antes. Aún no hay nadie. Aún no hay nadie. No hay nadie. No hay nadie.
To save Dunyarzad, we have to escape the samsara of the and to do that, we need to figure out what's happening. The truth.
Eres la verdad, gente. La verdad. ¿Cuál será la verdad? ¿Cuál será la verdad que esconde este Games?
We must have missed something, right? Paimon's memories say that we've already done this many times, but let's go talk to people again. It's more productive than sitting here and scratching our heads. Why don't we start with those stall owners?
A ver, preguntemos al de puesto de comidas. Ahí está. Mira, un pasito nomás.
Hey, it's you guys again. Where's your cultured friend?
She's feeling a little
I see. Did you come back to buy something? I guarantee the freshness of my products. I harvested them from the forest just yesterday.
¿Sientes que estás viviendo el mismo día más de una vez?
Huh? What brought this about? I hurried back from the forest yesterday, and I'm selling produce here today. I
Ayer.
haven't felt anything strange.
To put it another way, if you really think about it, was yesterday truly yesterday?
What kind of philosophical nonsense is this? Are you two daydreaming? Didn't you know that no one dreams in Sumeru? Go somewhere else if you want to find someone to daydream with.
He actually has a point. Is this a dream? Is everyone dreaming?
Nadie sueña en Sumeru.
True. It's so weird that people here don't dream. Why is that? Anyway, if this all really were just a dream, we would have woken up a long time ago.
Ok, esto sí se está poniendo un poco creepy. Nadie sueña en Sumeru.
Oh, it's you two. Was my divination so accurate that you felt compelled to compliment me in person?
Vinimos a preguntar algo que no tiene nada que ver con tu adivinanza.
Ooh, I knew it! I told you, the god's divination is highly accurate. You just hadn't fully understood its significance yet.
You're really excited about this, huh? That's exactly why we came back. Help us better understand it.
Ayúdanos a entenderla.
Help you better understand it? Well, that isn't exactly what I excel.
So, you're admitting that you don't have a clue?
Anyway, what kind of situation did you get into?
En realidad, has adivinado nuestra fortuna más de una vez.
Huh? Hold on a second. I thought you guys just lost your wallet or fell for a scam.
No, creo que todavía no.
Are you serious? Does that kind of thing actually happen in real life?
Paimon knew you weren't going to believe it.
Marvelous. Truly marvelous. I believe you. Recall the interpretation of your divination. The moon, illusions,
Como
and
un
lies.
presagio.
When you say it like that, the divination does sound like it's related to what's going on. Can you read any more into it?
I believe that the Archon's revelations are never more than vague hints. Anything more specific is beyond the reach of mere mortals. The book only says, if you trust your instincts and overcome your fears, the sun will surely rise.
So that's how it is. Looks like fortune-telling is just fortune-telling. It's no good for practical problems. We haven't made any progress. Who else can we talk to?
Intentemos hablar con Deja con Deya otra vez.
Paimon remembers that we tried talking to her a couple of times, but she always thinks we're playing pranks on her. You think she'll brush us off again?
Ella se preocupa mucho por Dunyarzad. Intentemos llevarla a visitar a la Dunyarzad real.
Yeah, if we tap into Dia's strong sense of responsibility as a mercenary, then she'll definitely take us seriously. At this time of day, Dia's probably just finished beating up those kidnappers. Let's go find
A esta hora. A esta hora. O a esta hora. O qué día. O qué noche. Muchos misterios que se pueden revelar. Y estamos aquí cerquita.
I'm fine, my lady. It's just a scratch.
Perfect timing. Both of you are here.
Paimon, traveler, you came at just the right time. Listen, there was a dangerous
Una peligrosa banda de secuestradores acaba de tenderte una emboscada. Acaba de vencer una banda de secuestradores. Todos son mismos, creo.
Huh? You saw? Then why didn't you jump in earlier? If someone was protecting Miss Dunyarzad, I could have went all out. Anyway, can you do something for me?
You want the traveler to take Dunyarzad somewhere to rest up while you check to see if there's still any kidnappers.
A su madre.
Did Paimon get that right?
Adivinando
How
el
did you
déjà
know
vu.
what I was going to say?
Adivinando el déjà vu.
To say something convincing.
Algo más convincente. El mandoble de Deya. Cansancio mental anormal.
My mind feels exhausted, even though I haven't done too much thinking. What is going on? The moon, illusions, and lies. What do they all mean?
El mandoble de
Dia sold
Deya.
her greatsword to raise additional funds, and then she was injured because she wasn't used to her new weapon. People in
Descifrar.
Sumeru don't dream. What a strange phenomenon.
Yo creo que es el mandoble de Deya. Bueno, no es entendible. Te lesionaste porque todavía no te acostumbras a tu mandoble. Bendice tu mandoble para apoyar al festival.
I didn't tell anyone about that, including Miss Dunyarzad. You couldn't have known. And just now, you literally took the words right out of my mouth.
Alright, so this is the situation.
Le explica la situación a Deya.
It's kinda hard to believe what you just told me. First, let me make something clear. Most of us desert dwellers might not be the scholarly type, but we do have basic common sense.
¿No has notado nada raro en Dunyarzad?
Quieter than usual. Uninterested in anything and really gloomy.
Yeah, she
Observando.
wasn't the same as before, but her parents said that this is how she was like at first.
Huh? At first?
I don't quite understand what you're all talking about. I'll go rest on the bench over there.
My lady, are you angry?
Ven conmigo, te mostraré la evidencia.
All right, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt since you knew about my greatsword. Let's make this a quick trip. Miss Dunyarzad isn't completely safe here.
Ok. Y ahora, Ok. Por esta zona y aquí se habla con Yusamoto. Creo que sí lo leí bien. Ok. Los alrededores. Todo está igual. Vamos por esta zona. Ahí está. Ya se está oscureciendo el día. Ya se está oscureciendo. O mejor dicho, terminando el día.
Nahida, we brought a friend. Are you busy?
I thought I told you that it won't help to bring anyone here.
We just wanted her to see the real Dunyarzad's condition.
The real Dunyarzad? Where and who are you talking to?
Oye, ahora. Son una de esas predicciones que solamente podemos ver solamente podemos ver nosotros y los demás no.
That you two are special. Other people can't see me or Miss Dunyarzad here.
Ok.
Hold on. Over there. Is
Uy.
that?
¿Puedes verla?
Wow. How perceptive.
Oye, ahora.
Does she have invisible
Percepción. Eso bueno, eso sí es real. Creo que eso sí es real.
Down here, isn't she?
Creo que si te
How's she
concentras siempre verás que algo anda mal.
Condition's really bad.
Como un cierto
She's
sentido.
basically in a coma. How did you know she was here?
I can sense her aura.
Ahí está. Ese es como un cierto sentido. Sientes una sensación extraña que algo anda mal. Pero no lo puedes explicar. Solamente el que siente esa sensación lo entiende perfectamente. O sea, eso sí se explica, pero para explicarlo bien es muy, no sé, un poco hardcore.
Yeah, they've always been against us. Wouldn't surprise me if they're using the Akasha to intentionally repeat the Sabzeruz festival as a sick joke.
You have a point. Aside from the Dendro Archon, the Academia's sages are the only ones in Sumeru who could pull off something like. Maybe there's more to the Akasha than we know.
Naida, ¿qué puedes decirnos de la casa?
Right.
La verdad no lo quiso el viajero.
Awaken our memories using something that looked like a knowledge capsule? That means you must know something about the Akasha.
The Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis to operate, as it
La
is the
gnosis.
manifestation of the God of Wisdom's power. It compiles the wisdom of the entire populace, and
a gnosis could do that? No wonder the Akasha is so magical.
¿Quién diría que la gnosis tendría mucho poder?
Gnosis of Sumeru's Archon.
Y eso que la gnosis la ha regalado, ahora que recuerdo. Y eso que la gnosis se ha regalado en el de Inazuma, ahora que recuerdo.
So, this Nahida you mentioned.
She said, and Paimon quotes, the Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis to operate, as it is the manifestation of the God of Wisdom's power. It compiles the wisdom of the entire populace and it grants knowledge to the people.
Compiles the wisdom of the entire populace and grants knowledge to the people. Wait.
¿Qué pasa?
I get the grants knowledge part. That's what people have always used the Akasha for. But compiling the entire populace's wisdom? How does that work?
Did she mean that the sages enter new knowledge into the Akasha?
La mayor parte del conocimiento de la casa procede del Invincible.
That sounds about right. What do you...
Oye, otra vez esa analogía de pensamiento. Se nota por la manera como está. Déjame pensar, aunque puede ser que me tarde. Cansancio mental, la gente no puede soñar.
People in Sumeru don't dream. What a strange phenomenon.
Descifrar.
My mind feels exhausted, even though I haven't done too much thinking. What is going on?
La paramnesia. Supongo que debe ser la misma cifra.
What's happening right now seems to have happened before. This feeling has been getting stronger and stronger.
Información sobre la Akasha.
Okay. Nahida said the Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis to operate, as it is the manifestation of the God of Wisdom's power. It compiles the wisdom of the entire populace, and it grants knowledge to the people.
Vale, supongo que si hay mucho texto en ese sentido, debe ser esa. supongo.
That doesn't sound right.
No,
I
te
need to
he
carefully
equivocado.
think things through.
Ah, el para amnesia. No, este ya se ha utilizado. Gente Sumeru no puede soñar. A ver, si entrego esta conclusión.
People in Sumeru. That doesn't sound right.
¿Poco? A su
I
madre.
need to carefully think things through.
A su madre. Ahora, ¿qué más? Cansancio mental normal, el para
What's
amnesia.
happening right now seems to have happened.
¿El para amnesia otra
That
vez?
doesn't sound right. I need to carefully think things through.
No, creo que no. El cansancio mental, el cansancio normal debe ser.
My mind feels.
Oye, era esa.
You mean the Akasha is causing our mental fatigue? Huh. Now that I think about
Fatiga
it,
mental.
my head's been feeling unusually. When the desert dwellers set off on their quest for knowledge, a sage once said, knowledge always comes at a price. Compiling the entire country's knowledge. You think the Akasha pulled a 180 and is extracting information from us?
Pero ¿cómo haría eso?
Who knows? The Akasha can put knowledge into our heads, so who's to say that it can't also poke around in there? We don't know any specifics.
What's the point of doing something like that?
Just think about it. If you could combine the knowledge of every single person in Sumeru, then you can basically turn Sumeru City into a single massive brain.
Entrelazar todo el conocimiento de Sumeru en un solo aparato o aparatos.
An excellent deduction. And the analogy comparing Sumeru City to a massive brain? I love it.
In that case, we should take off our Akasha terminals right away. Maybe that'll solve this problem.
No creo que sea tan fácil. No creo que sea tan fácil.
Yeah, I was only wearing this for show in the first place. Didn't expect the sages to cook up such a conspiracy.
O sea que los sabios están planeando algo malévolo, como se supone. Todos se quitan los comunicados a Akasha.
How does everyone feel?
Me di cuenta de algo más.
What is it?
Siento que al final cada día suena un beep. Siempre suena un beep cuando termina el día.
Oh, that! Paimon knows what you're talking about. It's a single soft beep that sounds like it's coming from the Akasha terminal.
The sound of a beep. Could it be a prompt tone for when the Akasha is operating?
Escuché el mismo sonido en Puerto Ormos.
That's probably an important clue. We weren't using our terminals, but we heard a beep anyway.
¡Oh, el pitido!
Traveler, did you hear that?
I heard it too. Our ears aren't messing with us. There was definitely a beep, but it sounded like it was coming from inside my head. We took off our Akasha terminals.
Uy, ya no se escucha nada. Uy, no, el pitido. Inclusive aunque esté despierto igual se escucha.
¡Repito!
No, otra vez se está repitiendo el día. Ah, su madre, otra vez se repitió el día.
Paimon remembers everything.
Good. You adapted quickly this time.
Ayer, al final de la noche.
We definitely took off our Akasha terminals last night, but we still heard that beep. Why is that?
Nos han implementado como conmutadores mediante una forma distinta.
But now we can at least confirm one thing. The Akasha definitely has something to do with whatever's trapping it. Oh, Paimon doesn't get it. Why would the Akasha go this far if all it wants is everybody's wisdom?
It's extremely difficult for lab rats in an experiment to understand why they're being treated
Lab
the way
rats.
they are.
If we're lab rats, then what are you?
Lab rats. Eso me suena familiar, literalmente. Lab rats. Eso me suena familiar. Sinceramente, no sé dónde lo habré escuchado, de verdad. Lab rats.
I guess I'm the moon.
The moon? Wasn't that the result of our divination?
La adivinación.
Knowing who
O sea,
I
la
am
luna.
won't help you get closer to the truth, so you should focus on other things. Don't get distracted and miss any clues.
Okay then. Dia helped us a lot yesterday, so let's go find her. If Paimon's reading the time correctly, those kidnappers should be...
Miren el reloj otra vez, el reloj. Vale. Ya pasó ese intermediario del reloj.
There you are. I've already taken care of those kidnappers. My lady, did you get hurt?
Un momento, algo no va bien.
Dia?
¡Uy, su brazo!
What's wrong? Why
¡Uy, su
are you both
brazo!
talking at me like that?
Antes tenía una herida, ahora ya no tiene.
Huh? What do you mean this time? Why are you so surprised that I managed to get out unscathed? Those kids were amateurs.
¿No estabas todavía acostumbrándote a tu nueva mandoble? Al no manejar todo bien tu motor me podías haberte herido.
Shh! How did you know about my greatsword? I haven't told anyone about it. Please, don't tell Miss Dunyarzad.
So Dia's lost her memories after all.
¿Ocurrió algo extraño durante la batalla? ¿Sentiste algo extraño durante la batalla?
Anything strange? You already know that I got a new greatsword. If I had to say something, it's weird how such a new weapon could feel so... It's as if I've already used it to fight a countless number of battles.
You're saying that although you don't remember using it, your body feels like it does?
That's right. Both mercenaries and warriors heavily rely on muscle memory. Only knowing the theory of battle won't get you anywhere.
Traveler, what do you think?
¿Será por habernos quitado los como esa cacha? Es la primera vez que ocurre algo así.
Yeah, Paimon's feeling really hopeful.
¿Nos hemos liberado?
Oh, you're right. Earlier in the Samsara, something like this would have never happened.
Lo sabremos cuando termine el día.
I have no clue what you two are talking about, but it's
Una
still
conclusión un
dangerous
poco
here,
rápida,
so...
pero bueno. Según lo que pase.
Somewhere else to rest while you check if there are still more kidnappers around, right?
How did you know what I was gonna say? Can you read minds?
Telépatas.
Forget it. Go and do your thing.
Ocurre el día, termina, todos molestos. Todos tristes al final. Y regresamos con Naira, adivinaré.
It's finally nighttime. Aside from Dia not getting injured, everything seems to have stayed the same.
A ver.
Listen, Nahida, we found out that Dia got out just fine today, even though she got injured every other time she fought the kidnappers. Do you think the Samsara has been broken? Have we saved Dunyarzad?
Really? Good job on all that progress. Get some good sleep tonight.
Hey, what kind of an answer is that?
No sé por qué, pero eso creo que sonó como sarcasmo.
Tomorrow will come. Everyone assumes this is common knowledge, but the only way you can know that for sure is if you experience tomorrow. How many todays has it been? Is it possible that today will be followed by yesterday? Does tomorrow truly exist as anything beyond a made-up concept? It's even possible that this entire world is a lie, and the history of the whole world has just been one endless Sabzeruz festival.
Okay, no more. Paimon's brain is already shut down.
Mucho razonamiento, mucho énfasis.
To waste your energy thinking about things you will learn tomorrow. Get some good rest. You know, use the bathroom and flush your anxiety dookie away.
Vayan al baño y arrojen su ansiedad por el hino. Ay, ¿qué fue? ¿Qué rayos?
What did you just say?
Ay, ¿qué fue? Ay, ¿qué fue?
People always say they feel a sense of relief after they take a duk-duk. That's why I suggested you could try that. Is that so strange?
It's so strange and so against common sense that...
Su madre.
You were sounding kind of smart just a minute ago.
Super místicas.
Even though it's happy and lively at the Sabzeruz festival every day, it feels like it's been a long time since we've really gotten to relax. Let's go back to our room.
El Pitido otra vez.
Continue the harvest. Compared to what we stand to achieve, these sacrifices are trivial.
¡Repito!
Y seguimos en el mismo día. ¿Cómo era esperar? No es tan sencillo como pensábamos.
You already knew last night that we didn't break out of the samsara? Why did you tell us?
Era obvio por el sarcasmo, pero bueno.
Would there have been a point?
Uy, casi.
You would have spent the night with new worries, with tomorrow still out of reach. In that case, you might as well rest within that brief moment of hope. An opportunity like that doesn't come by often, and I thought it might help you clear your minds.
Paimon-san did that! Whatever. Guess you were looking out for us after all.
Of course. In the time we've been together, you two have been everything to me.
Paimon's flattered and everything, but maybe you're taking things a little fast.
Solamente pasó un día, básicamente. Mentalmente.
What I mean is, even though I had asked you to solve this puzzle, you two are still the only ones who can see me and sense my presence. In other words, if you weren't here, I may as well not exist. That's why you two have been everything to me. Get it?
Nahira's talking about confusing stuff again.
Anyway, that's enough chit-chat. So, traveler,
Chacha.
did the
Oye, ahora no
Nicholas
sabía que
yesterday
chacha en
help you
inglés
gain
era lo
a new
mismo. Chacha en
understanding of
inglés.
the situation?
O sin tilde. Bueno, creo. Chacha, pero sin tilde. Efectivamente, la teoría del buque temporal es incorrecta.
Why are you scrapping your previous theory?
Las habilidades de lucha de Daya está mejorando. La enfermedad de Dulce ha empeorado.
Oh, yeah.
La primera es más razonable.
How did we not notice
Creo.
that? In a simple time loop, people's physical conditions should also reset.
So, what's your new hypothesis?
Otra vez el pensamiento. Memoria muscular.
Mercenaries
Ahí
rely
está.
heavily on muscle memory, and Dia was able to use her experiences to avoid injury in later samsara cycles.
Descifrar.
Okay, Nahida said the Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis to operate, as it is the manifestation of the God of Wisdom's power. It compiles the wisdom of the entire populace, and it grants knowledge to the people. We've already experienced the Sabzeruz festival many times, and the day of the festival seems to be in a perpetual samsara. The beep is a prompt tone for Akasha operations. We still hear it every night, even though we removed our Akasha terminals.
Ok.
The moon, illusions,
Lo más correcto es el memoria muscular.
What do they all mean?
Memoria muscular. Ok. Descifrar de nuevo.
Nahida said the Akasha
Podría combinarse podría combinarse esta con la
as it is
otra.
the manifestation of the God of Wisdom's power.
Podría combinarse, hacer una sesión de ideas. Esta con información sobre Akasha.
I can't seem
O
to
tal vez no.
cohesively piece everything together.
A ver. El sonido de Akasha, memoria muscular. La asociación de la Akasha. Sí le captó. Recuerdos diarios
If all our
borrosos.
memories of a day are erased at the end of that day, then we would unwittingly relive the same day again and again.
Esta puede ser la más razonable. Tiene razón. No estamos en un buque temporal. Nuestros recuerdos se borran al final de cada día.
Oh, then the beep we hear every night could just be indicating the deletion of our memories. That's why when we wake up, everyone thinks the Sabzeruz festival hasn't happened yet. It's already the next day, but everyone still thinks it's the day, but muscle memory can't be erased. That's why Dia has been getting better at using her greatsword. Now everything makes sense.
A brilliant deduction.
Nahida, tell us if we're right or wrong.
To put it simply, it's as if you've mistaken a pyro crystal fly for a firefly in the night.
Cristalopero, pero con
You
el
focus too much on your perception that it glows.
That isn't simple at all.
Aunque sigue siendo una conclusión errónea, ¿eh?
Why don't you go talk to Miss Dia again? You might learn something new.
Right. She did help us find our latest clue after all. Let's go!
Ok, este bucle temporal sí tiene muchos percances. Donde sea que se dirija, o donde sea que nos dirijamos, siempre encontramos una nueva respuesta o una nueva incógnita. Oh, de verdad. Ok. Habla con Deya. O sea que no es un bucle temporal, ni no es un bucle temporal. Solamente que los recuerdos se borran al final del día. Pero la pregunta es, ¿por qué razón se borran? O ya lo habrán dicho. ¿Por qué razón se borran los recuerdos?
There you are. Really took me a while to find you.
As expected, Dia also didn't get hurt today.
Get hurt? Why would I? Don't underestimate me.
Well, you're still getting used to your new greatsword.
Huh. Truth be told, I also think it's pretty strange. It just suddenly felt so familiar in my hands and... wait a second. How did you know I got a new greatsword?
Se dio cuando lo que se había comentado.
Traveler, could you explain the situation to her today? Paimon's gotten a little sick of doing it.
Podemos ir al grano.
Oh, that works.
De repente te volviste diestra con el mandoble porque... Hemos vivido este día una y otra vez. Nuestros recuerdos del día son eliminados cada noche.
What happened to you guys while I was gone? Did you get brainwashed by some cult?
Don't think too hard about it. Just take what we're saying at face value.
All right then, let me get this straight. You're telling me that my body's already gotten used to this great sword, but my brain just doesn't remember it?
Yes, your memory's being erased every day.
Then I'd have to disagree. That's impossible.
Oh?
Impossible.
Why do you think that?
If we've actually been reliving the Sabzeruz festival day after day, then what happened to the things we used, the money we spent, the food we ate? Common sense says my wallet should have emptied itself a long time ago. There's no way I wouldn't have noticed that.
Sinceramente no lo pensé yo. Sinceramente, a su madre. O sea, el dinero, la comida, los platos. O sea, básicamente todo en general se hubiera gastado, pero no se gastó nada. Todo se mantiene igual. Pero si lo sabes, está dentro de todo esto. Si usaron los recursos de toda la ciudad y la información de la casa.
Right. They could use the Akasha to record what everyone did that
Tiene
day,
sentido.
and then use the city's resources to replenish everything. It's not very likely, but it's also not impossible.
No, it is impossible. I've got proof.
You have proof?
¿Tienes pruebas?
Where?
¿Pruebas en un recuerdo?
You two are surprisingly serious about this nonsensical discussion. Fine, I'll play along for a little longer. Come with me, Miss Dunyarzad. Please come along as well. I still can't guarantee that this area is safe.
Pruebas de que todo se mantiene igual.
I can't believe it's Dia who wants to show us something this time. 2 days ago, we were the ones taking her to
Días
see
mentalmente.
Dunyarzad.
Básicamente fueron días mentalmente. Ok, vamos por esta zona.
This is it.
Es aquí.
This is a wooden training dummy. What about it?
See those marks on the dummy? Those are the result of several days' worth of practice. Let's say the sages didn't replace it every day. Shouldn't it be hacked to pieces by now?
That's true, but what if they did?
Then the sages would have had to reproduce every mark I left during previous training sessions. I'm a professional fighter. My martial school has always emphasized the importance of refined control. The force, angle, and entry point of each strike is calculated and deliberate. That's why I remember every mark on the dummy, as well as my state of mind as I make. It's just as they say. Each swordsman has their own unique style, and even the same swordsman can't make the same cut twice. It would...
Is it really impossible? What if they used some fancy machine to carve every single mark?
People often say that a camera's photo can never replace an artist's painting because the former has no spirit to it. The same thing applies here. At a mere glance, I can differentiate carved marks from the results of combat training.
Parece que tenemos que descartar esta hipótesis.
Whew. I hope that cleared things up for you. Hey, is this that new brain exercise game that's been super popular with the scholars lately? It's surprisingly fun. Anyway,
No sé
getting
por qué
late.
pasó,
I
no sé
should
por qué,
escort
pero
Mr.
parece que el
News out
Lentacoco
to
será con un
the
futuro
stage.
evento.
See you later.
Al parecer será un futuro evento que será en Sumeru, no sé. Un futuro evento, en una futura actualización. ¿Quién sabe?
Well, back to square one. Is our memory deletion theory also wrong? But at least we've reached some other conclusions in the meantime.
No estamos en el mundo real.
That's true. So, can we think of any new ideas right now?
Me acabo de dar cuenta de que hay algo extraño.
Paimon feels like everything's been strange lately.
¿Cómo es que nunca hemos pensado salir de la ciudad?
Leaving the city? You're right! It's really strange how we never thought of such a simple solution! Paimon can't believe it! Did we miss this because we're tunnel visioning too hard on our other theories? Or because we're just too tired?
Deberíamos haber pensado en esto hace mucho tiempo. Es muy extraño.
How about we go back and ask Nahida? Maybe we've forgotten something about leaving the city.
Salir de la ciudad. Oye, ahora. Salir de la ciudad. No hace falta intentarlo. Oye, ahora. De frente a la voltereta. Salté y de frente a la voltereta. Naida.
We're back!
You're back early today. Did you find something new?
Sort of. We're mostly sure now that we're not in a time loop. And we also aren't in the real world. But at the same time, we
Oye, ahora es como la frase what if. ¿Qué pasaría si intentamos salir de la ciudad? What if, gente, what if. ¿Qué pasaría si...
Leaving the city. As far as I remember, you've mentioned your plans to do that twice before.
Por lo que la cual ya menciona sus planes de hacerlo un par de
We
veces.
did? But we don't remember anything. What happened after we talked about those plans? What did we say when we got back?
Let me think. I don't think you ever actually told me what the outcome was. Oh, it's probably more accurate to say that both times you never came back the whole night. But you two sometimes stay out the entire night anyway, so at the time, I didn't think too much about it.
It is true that sometimes we lose track of time during our investigations. Before we know it, it'll already be the next day. But still, neither of us remember anything about leaving town.
Sumeru.
That's kind of strange. In theory, I should have already awakened all your memories.
Probemos de nuevo mañana.
Something here's definitely fishy. Let's get to the bottom of this tomorrow.
Pitido otra vez. Y fue de pronto.
Our memories are back.
Vamos, hoy intentaremos salir de la ciudad.
About that. Well, where should Paimon begin?
¿Qué quieres decir?
Traveler, aside from your memories that were just restored, I have another message for you.
¿Un mensaje? ¿De quién?
Listen to it and you'll understand.
Can't go back.
¡Oye,
There are
Ana!
countless spaces here. Our Sabzeruz festival in Sumeru City is just one of them.
No hay vuelta atrás. Hay muchos espacios allí. Y el día de Sabzeruz de la ciudad de Sumeru es solo uno de ellos. ¿Esta es mi propia voz?
Traveler, you should be missing 2 days worth of memories. Paimon will fill you in.
2 días atrás, o sea, mentalmente.
It's time to carry out our plan from yesterday.
Vamos, hoy intentaremos salir de la ciudad.
Let's go.
¡Y ahora! Y no me muevo. Y ahora sí me muevo. Dirígete a las puertas de la ciudad y encuentra la forma de salir. Comerciante con un soldado.
Why can't we leave the city? What is the academia up to now?
Don't ask me. It's not like I can tell you anything. This is a direct order from the Grand Sage. Just wait until tomorrow.
I have a real emergency. My goods have already arrived at Port Ormos. If I don't hurry, they'll be stolen.
That's your problem. Make sure you make a request in advance next time.
But it's not like you can just predict business matters in advance.
Se rindió. O sea que no se puede salir.
It looks like the academia already announced a lockdown for Sumeru City today. How completely unsurprising. Let's go and question them. Hello, sir. Why can't we leave the city today?
Here we go again. Don't ask me, I don't know either. We just received an order that no one is allowed to enter or exit Sumeru today. They didn't tell us anything else.
Ciertamente la academia no le va a explicar sus motivos a un don nadie. Va a hacer que esos tipos de academia no confíen en nadie, que no confíen en ti.
Angering me won't get you anywhere. If I had that kind of insider info, I would have left this stupid post long ago.
Okay.
It looks like he really doesn't know. If we can't get anything out of him, let's take matters into our own hands. Why don't we climb over the walls? This is a good spot, and the guard hasn't noticed us at all. Let's hurry!
Paimon, quédate aquí.
Huh? Why? Are you going to leave Paimon behind?
Puede que salir de la ciudad trastorne nuestro recuerdo. Uno de nosotros tiene que quedarse de testigo.
But what if things get really weird out there and you get into some trouble? Then Paimon won't be able to help you. Oh, Paimon knows that Paimon can't do much, but we've always been together, haven't we?
No te preocupes, si salimos juntos pasará lo mismo que antes.
Okay. Paimon will wait for you. Promise Paimon that you'll come back as soon as possible. Just a quick look.
Lo sé, lo sé.
Please, be careful.
Wow, qué triste. Vamos, hoy intentaremos salir de la ciudad. Ok. ¿Qué te pasa?
Paimon would never see you again. You just disappeared. Paimon waited for you for hours and hours at the city wall and you never came back. You promised Paimon that you were only taking a quick look.
Paimon, calm down. He's here now. I don't think he understood what you were saying.
Paimon doesn't care. Paimon wanted to go look for you, but you also said that Paimon should stay. Paimon was so worried and so scared the entire day.
Aunque no sé lo que hice, perdóname, Paimon. Siento mucho el mal rato que te hice pasar, Paimon. Yo nunca te abandonaría.
Okay. Paimon will forgive you. The most important thing is that you didn't actually disappear. Oh, Paimon was so scared that you had gone into another world.
Okay, Paimon, can you tell us your perspective of what really happened yesterday?
Paimon le relato lo que planearon hacer ayer.
I see. Using two people's different perspectives.
After that, you left the city. Paimon kept her eyes on you the whole time, but then
Oye,
you
desapareció.
disappeared in an instant.
¿No será que vistes mal? ¿Te distrajiste un momento o algo así?
No way! Paimon was watching you with the fullest attention.
What's your perspective, traveler? You sure you don't have any memory of this?
Así es, no sabía que existía ese ayer.
I guess
Entre
that
comillas.
explains everything. You also lost your memories the last 2 times you tried to leave the city. Those days' memories can't be awoken.
So, if we leave the city, our memories will be completely erased?
No se puede permitir salir, y quien salga perderá sus recuerdos.
Really sounds like something big outside of the city is being hidden on purpose. But this way, we'll also never discover what's outside.
Si los recuerdos pueden borrarse, ¿existirá alguna forma alternativa? Si los recuerdos aparecen, ¿tendremos otra opción?
Something like a message? But how can we send it back?
Don't look at me like that. I'm not used to being stared at. Well... Okay. You want something that can pass on messages, right? Give me some time and take care of Dunyarzad for me.
Yep, now we're talking.
Pasan las horas. Pasan las horas. Pasan las horas. Ya se está haciendo de noche. Este es peligroso.
I'm done. Here you go.
What? Isn't this just an Akasha terminal?
You made some little changes. Akasha terminals are already capable of sending messages. I just tweaked it so that it could connect to any node.
To make something like this? Nahida, you really know the Akasha like the back of your hand. Anyway, we can use this now to record a message, right?
Yep. I'll help you save the messages. It should be pretty easy to use. I just can't guarantee the user's status and signal coverage when they're outside the city.
We'll never know until we try. At least we're taking the initiative now.
Merece la pena intentarlo.
Let's go then. Let's expose those sages.
Te tendrás que quedar aquí otra vez.
All right. Paimon isn't as worried about being separated since it happened once yesterday. But Paimon still isn't happy about it.
Hasta mañana.
See you tomorrow, traveler. That covers everything that's happened so far.
Así que el mensaje de antes lo grabé después de salir. El mensaje lo grabé ahí afuera.
Yes. Although the signal was choppy and had some interference, we still managed to receive 2 messages from you when you...
Okay, now that you understand what's going on, let's hear the messages together.
El de marcador del pasado. Irónico.
Can't go back. There are countless spaces here. Our Sabzeruz festival in Sumeru City is just one of them. I've entered another space. Before me are flowing sandstone and howling fish. Impossible and surreal sights. All these spaces are empty except for the occasional ones that contain mute puppets rather than people. I can't sense any human presence.
Esto sí es raro. Marionetas.
That's one heck of an info dump. It sounds like you left the Sumeru city space when you set foot outside of the walls. But everything looked completely normal when Paimon was looking out from the inside. That's unbelievable. And if we take your word for it...
There's another part here. I only received it last night.
These spaces have been disappearing one after the other, absorbed by something like a sun in the sky. And now, even the final space has also disappeared. Behind me, a lot of spaces just appeared again from thin air. I get it now. Those spaces are actually...
Uy. Y se entrecortó.
Why did the message end right there? What did the traveler want to say?
Probably because yesterday just happened to end at that moment.
Oh, right. Paimon did hear a beep from the Akasha. Did it come from here or from the message?
The message. It should have come from the traveler's Akasha terminal.
After the beep, Traveler said even the final space is also...
Traveler, what do you think that final space could have been?
¿Qué piensas que es el último espacio? Ok, otra vez el razonamiento. Razonamiento verbal. Un espacio sin presencia humana. Descifrar.
All the bizarre spaces I saw outside the city had one thing in common. A lack of human presence.
El espacio en el que estuvimos ayer.
My impression is that each day in this samsara only ends at the sound of that beep from the Akasha.
El espacio del mundo real.
Is that space actually the real world? But wouldn't a real space just randomly disappearing like that be catastrophic?
El primerito.
All the bizarre spaces I saw outside the city had one thing in common. A lack of human presence.
Entrega conclusión.
That doesn't sound right.
Parece que no
I need
es.
to carefully think things through.
En el espacio que tuvimos ayer.
My impression is that each day in this samsara only ends at the sound of that beep.
Entrega conclusión.
Oh, so that's what it is! After the sound of the final space, the Sabzeruz festival also disappears. Later on, Traveler also mentioned a bunch of new spaces materializing behind them. Do lots of new spaces appear every day? Paimon's head is spinning. Just what are these spaces anyhow?
Well, consider this. For all the horrors of the Archon War, at its heart, it was just a game where a bunch of gods fought over 7 seas. So no matter how strange or spooky things may look on the surface, maybe all they point to in the end is a small and simple secret.
Wow, the Archon War, huh? That's an analogy.
La
and
guerra de
a
los
half.
Arcontes. Y o sea que al final también o sea, también incluye también la guerra de Arcontes. Deme algo el tiempo, tengo que poner mis ideas en orden.
Hey, where are you going?
A su madre se quedó mirando nomás. Siéntate en uno de los bancos de la ciudad para ponerte tus ideas en orden. Ah, no, esperen, creo que cronológicamente no se puede utilizar el teleport. O sea, sí se puede utilizar, pero creo que para seguir el lore. Mira Dios, mira, me estoy yendo por otra zona. Ciudad SUMERU.
Do you want some alone time to think? All right then, Paimon won't disturb you.
Pasan las horas pensando. Pero creo que al final no hubo, pues creo que al final sí se logró acomodar algo de ideas.
The dance of Sabzeruz is about to begin. I'm going to go watch it.
Así que ya llegó el momento de la danza Sabzeruz.
Why don't you go ahead, Dunyarzad? We still have some other stuff to do first.
Okay then. See you later.
Have you figured it out yet, Traveler? Time is ticking away.
Creo que ya sé la respuesta.
What is it? Paimon wants to know. Oh, wait, no. Let's meet up with Nahida first. You can tell us both together.
Esta vez encontremos la verdad. Naida.
You're back. I've been waiting forever for you two. Judging by the looks on your... Are you ready to take your Sabzeruz exam and graduate from the festival?
Pregunte, profesora Naida.
Okay. First off, have you discovered the hidden truth?
Adivinaré, será... La sabía. Información sobre la Akasha.
Okay, Nahida said the Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis to operate, as it is the manifestation of the God of Wisdom's power. We've already experienced the Sabzeruz festival many times, and the day of the festival seems to be in a perpetual samsara.
La predicción de la adivinación alquímica.
Illusions and lies.
Esta respuesta muy alejada de del real.
People in Sumeru
Mírala.
don't dream. What a strange phenomenon.
Un espacio sin presencia
All
humana.
the bizarre spaces I saw outside the city had one thing in common: a lack of human presence.
Un sueño sin gente.
Those spaces remind me of dreams, like the one I had in the Avidia forest, except these have no sign of human.
Así es una idea. A ver si asocio esta idea con un sueño sin gente. Tenía razón. La realidad del sueño.
We're all in a dream. It isn't that the people of Sumeru don't dream, rather the Akasha
La
is
casa
taking
les
their
resuelve el
dreams.
sueño.
People in Sumeru think they don't dream, but the truth is the Akasha steals their dreams without them knowing it. And those spaces with no human presence are stolen dreams without their host. That would explain why they sounded so weird when he was trying to describe. Huh. So people in Sumeru do dream after all. In fact, we're all in one big dream together right now.
Eso explicaría la situación de
Correct
Daya.
answer.
De Daya.
How did you conclude that the Akasha is capable of this?
El poder de las diosas de la
It is
sabiduría.
the manifestation of the God of Wisdom's power.
Y ahora, se escuchó un sonido de fondo también.
The Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis to operate.
Es la más razonable, pero quise escuchar lo demás.
It compiles the wisdom of the entire populace. And it grants knowledge to the people.
En la calle y la
The
gnosis.
Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis to operate.
That doesn't sound right. I need to carefully think things through.
Era la mano sonable. Bueno.
It is the manifestation of the God of Wisdom's power.
Oh,
Era el segundo.
Those dream-controlling creatures in the forest also get their power from the Dendro Archon, right? That would explain why the Akasha has the ability to control people's dreams too. But is stealing everyone's dreams really how the Akasha compiles their wisdom? Isn't there anything more to it than that?
Dreams are fantastical, complex, and full of imagination. People's brains are the most active when they're dreaming. In other words, dreams are rich bundles of human wisdom.
So in other words, the complete opposite of how Hypatia understood it. Paima remembers her saying that the sages think dreams are foolish delusions, and the fact that no one dreams is a blessing from Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. So it was all a dirty The real story is that the sages from the academia are using the Akasha to steal people's dreams for their own use, huh?
Pero parece que a los sabios no les basta con eso.
Oh? By the sounds of it, you understand the current situation pretty well. So then, what about the samsara?
Samsara. Otra vez mal razonamiento. Cansancio mental anormal.
My mind feels exhausted, even though I haven't done too much thinking.
El sonido de la Akasha.
The beep is a prompt tone for Akasha operations. We still hear it every night, even though we removed our Akasha terminals.
Aparición y desaparición de los espacios. Oye, era.
Disappearing before my eyes. But as soon as that beep sounded, many more spaces materialized.
Samsara de
We've
Samsara.
already experienced the Sabzeruz festival many times, and the day of the festival seems to be in a perpetual samsara.
Las palabras del gran sabio.
The grand sage said, "Go celebrate the birth of that god to your heart's content." Did he mean something more?
Aparición y desaparición de los sueños. Ok, esto sí para acomodar bien.
As soon as that beep sounded, more new spaces appeared.
A ver, y si combino esta idea con la asociación, con esta. ¿Qué pasó?
Correct.
Rayos.
The Akasha is keeping each person's brain in a constant dream state, but also separating their consciousness from their own dream. Their disembodied consciousness is placed inside the collective dream of the Sabzeruz festival along with everyone else's, while their now vacant dreams are harvested by the Akasha. No one is any the wiser as another day passes in the dream, and so begins another samsara cycle. People wake up to yet another dream about the Sabzeruz festival. The dreams that belong to them are once again harvested.
So, this is like a dream factory, and the Akasha is a dream harvesting machine.
Very good, Paimon. Using analogies well is an excellent habit to get into.
Se abuso la metáfora es un buen hábito.
So that beep we keep hearing is actually from our real-life Akasha terminals. Taking off our terminals in this dream doesn't do anything.
All right, last question. Who am I?
¿Quién soy yo? La luna.
They say that alchemical divination is the Dendro Archon's divine revelation. So then, if
Esta la más acertada. Pero las segundas, ¿qué dirán?
Now that I think about it, wasn't illusions hinting at the sage's deception of Sumeru?
Una ilusión.
Think about it. Wasn't illusions a hint that we're all dreaming? They say that alchemical divination is the Dendro Archon's divine revelation. So then, if Nahida has referred...
So you noticed.
Eres la reina menor Kusanali.
I thought that one would be the hardest question. That's why I put it last.
Creo que desde un principio también. Y también por los leaks.
Even Paimon guessed that. Everything about you is different. We just didn't want to expose you is all. Now you mention it, Nahida, you've been hinting to us since the very beginning. It's funny. Thinking back to when we were asking all over the place for info about Lesser Lord Kusanali. Paimon didn't expect to meet you like this.
Pero parece que ahora no es el momento momento oportuno.
Yes, those can wait until we're back in real life. On the other hand, I'd be happy to answer any more questions you have about here and now.
¿Por qué no dijiste la verdad desde el principio?
You asked me this question before. My answer was, it would literally blow your mind.
Les volaría la
Now
cabeza.
that you know this is all a dream, this answer should hopefully make more sense. Have you heard the saying, don't wake a sleepwalker? Likewise, if someone suddenly had told you all this instead of you learning it on your own, your notion of reality and dream would be thrown into irreversible confusion. I couldn't expose you to that kind of risk. That's why I could only give you very subtle hints and some suggestions. Long story short, I'm really sorry I had to keep you guessing.
¿Por qué? A ver, ¿cómo consiguieron? ¿Cómo consiguieron?
Firstly,
No, wait,
the
wait.
stream we're in is completely based on reality. People have already experienced this Sabzeruz festival, so it would be very difficult for them to find anything that strikes them as surreal. Secondly, you're probably wondering why people don't have any memories from earlier samsara, right? That's because people don't remember their dreams most of the time anyway. And in any case, their actual dreams are being taken away from them, so whenever they wake up in this dream of the Sabzeruz festival, they don't remember anything from their previous identity.
Never mind, Paimon. Traveler had a dream when we were in the Avidia forest, but couldn't see what it was about after waking up. Is that an example of what you mean?
Yes. Only after receiving the blessing of Dendro can a person gain the Dendro element's dream-enhancing power. Meanwhile, everyone else has no idea that they are in the Sabzeruz festival.
¿Habrá efectos secundarios de los sueños producidos en masa? A su madre, habla muy rápido. No yo.
Will it ever end? And if so, when?
We might say your mental fatigue has already answered this question. Eventually, there's only so much that people can especially those whose health is compromised to begin with, like Dunyarzad. This relentless exploitation takes an even harder toll.
People's lives are at stake here, and nobody knows a thing! We've got to put a stop to this!
I know, right? Why did they have to base this dream on my birthday? Could it really just be a coincidence?
Even you don't know the reason? Wow, now that's strange.
The Academia sages are determined to harvest lots of dreams in a short time, no matter the cost. They have to be up to no good. Unfortunately, I don't know a traveler. Do you have any information?
Oye, ahora. Un sueño sin gente. Las palabras del gran sabio.
The grand sage said, "Go celebrate the birth of that god to your heart's content." Did he mean something more?
Un sueño sin gente, supongo que debe ser.
That doesn't sound right.
O tal vez no.
Think things through.
Palabras del gran sabio.
The grand sage said, "Go celebrate the birth of that god to your heart's content."
Información sobre la casa. A ver, esta debe ser.
Celebrate the birth of that god? Could it mean deceiving the people of Sumeru with no regard for their safety? No matter what they're trying to do, this is unforgivable.
Usa a la persona como voluntad, como maná. Pucha, es muy hardcore y muy malo. O sea, es malo, obviamente, es malo. Es contra malo. No, muy malo. Usa a la persona con su mente como alimento. Pucha, qué feo. Otra vez el pitido.
Oh, we're out of time today.
I'll tell you how to break free of the samsara tomorrow. See you then.
Repito.
Y llegamos.
Good morning, Nahida. Wait. Now that Paimon remembers everything, should we instead say good morning, Lesser Lord Kusanali?
¿Qué está pasando?
Hey, what's wrong, Nahida? You don't look too good.
¿A dónde fue Dunyarzad?
I'm afraid that what you're thinking right now is correct.
Did Dunyarzad already disappear? No way. Are we too late?
¿No llegamos a tiempo?
The real Dunyarzad's consciousness has indeed disappeared. It can no longer endure the constant dream harvesting.
No. No. Justo que íbamos a salir del samsara. Estamos tan cerca.
Paimon can't believe it. Wait, so what about that other Dunyarzad? Just what is she?
She's actually something like a puppet, but not completely. The real Dunyarzad's consciousness could no longer keep playing her role in this dream. So another Dunyarzad appeared to replace her in the dream. Just like the grass and the trees, that Dunyarzad is just a building block of the dream that helps to keep it going.
But personality-wise, she's nothing
Pucha.
like the real Dunyarzad.
Puppets are stiff and can't copy a living person's vitality. After all, they're just there as filler. You know, speaking of which, the old Dunyarzad might not have been too different from a puppet.
Dunyarzad truly believed that she met you within her consciousness, and it was you who inspired her. So you do remember her after—
Yes.
Pucha.
Back then, her family was overly protective of her. No one cared about her personality or thoughts. It was as if she only lived to stall her Elazar. I just gave her a little wisdom so she could look at life in a new way. So that she could be her own person. But even so, she's still
Eres un Arconte muy amable.
far from it. I'm still a long way off from being a real Archon. I couldn't even save her. If I were a competent Archon, I wouldn't have let my most faithful follower die at the Sabzeruz festival with so many regrets.
Please don't beat yourself up over it, Nahida. It's the sage's fault, and there's
Los sabios.
I'm not beating myself up. All I did was to rationally observe the distance between myself and—
Don't be like that, Nahida. Even real Archons are still allowed to be sad.
To prevent more tragedies like this, we must end the samsara as soon as possible.
Great!
Esto sí fue demasiado lejos.
Do that!
Although the Sabzeruz festival dream is under the Akasha's control, only humans can dream. Even the Akasha is unable to create them. That means this dream belongs to a host who created it.
Huh?
¿Un anfitrión?
So, how should we find that person?
¿Un anfitrión?
Well, if this is someone's dream, then everything here must come from deep within their consciousness. Which means, with the power of imagination, they can change anything in this dream.
Poder de la imaginación.
What do you mean by that?
Imaginación.
Imagination means breaking through what you perceive as normal. Like when a server at a tavern brings a plate to you, you'd naturally assume that food is on it. However, if you're the dream's host and you become aware that you're dreaming, when you imagine gold and more on the plate, the dream will respond in kind, and the server really will bring you gold and mora. But right now, our host is unaware that this is a dream. No matter how many times they're served, it will always be food.
¿Y qué hacemos tras qué hacemos tras localizar al dueño?
Find some way to make that person realize that they're dreaming. Usually, once that happens,
How are we going to find them, though? If it could be anyone, it'd be like looking for a needle in it, and even if we did find them, how are we supposed to make them realize they're dreaming? After all, like you said, don't wake a sleepwalker.
It's extremely difficult, yes. But the only ones who can do it are you two. Remember, everything you've achieved up to this point has... As for me, during this time, I'll be out of town.
Out of town? Are you going to that place full of dreams where the traveler went?
Yes. I want to try something. There must still be a small wisp of possibility. Hurry and go. Dreams are supposed to be fantastical, romantic, and full of pleasant surprises. Unnecessary things like this samsara need to end.
Y se fue.
Paimon's still a little upset that we've come this far, only
Ok,
for
aparece ya no tenemos a Daya. Así que no tenemos tiempo.
She was such a
Un
good
Yarzad.
person, with such a simple wish. But fate was against her.
Me siento muy abatido de
Yeah.
repente.
Saving Dunyarzad is what kept us going this whole time. But we mustn't lose hope, traveler. Dunyarzad would definitely want to see us save every... Paimon's wondering, do you think the sages would get one of their own to be the host of this stream? Feels like it would be easier to control it that way, no?
Es poco probable. Si supieran el plan, se darían cuenta fácilmente de que están soñando. Es más difícil que un soñador ingenuo se dé cuenta de que este es un sueño.
That's true. Plus, the sages probably weren't counting on there being other factors beyond their control. So, who do you think the host of the dream is?
Paris, el caballero de las flores.
Oh, that would make sense. Ferris, the Knight of Flowers, is a symbol of the whole Sabzeruz
El
festival,
símbolo.
right? Pretty core character. Let's go ask him some questions.
Ok, ok.
You left in a hurry last time.
Everything's fine. Just, it's a little hard to explain. Would you mind taking part in a little experiment with us?
An experiment? That came out of nowhere.
Ok,
I'm
está en
listening,
orden.
though. What do you need?
Could you make a wish?
Imagina que tu deseo se materializara delante de tus
You
ojos.
want me to make a wish? Is that a new Sabzeruz festival tradition or something?
Less questions, more wishing!
Okay.
Eso fue rápido.
Okay. My wish. My wish. Okay. I'm a little nervous saying this out loud, but I want Miss Dunyarzad to be happy.
Oh.
I noticed earlier that she looked a bit down, and she wasn't really talking to anyone.
Alicaíra. Supongo que Alicaíra se refiere a
She
Alicaíra.
just doesn't seem like herself. She's always so gentle and kind, and all the kids love her. I've also wondered if the reason she asked me to be Ferris Knight of Flowers is because I'm special to her, or something.
So, you have a crush on Dunyarzad?
Oh, is it that obvious? After what I just said, I guess it is. When she placed the hat of the Knight of Flowers onto my head, she said to me, I want everyone to have a happy Sabzeruz festival. What she didn't realize was that I'm not that interested in how everyone else feels. In that moment, I just wanted to be her Knight of Flowers for the rest of my life. 50 years? 100 years? I'll serve her till the end
Wow.
of time. Okay, yeah, that was a bit much. Felt like the right moment to get it off my chest, but
Tiene sentido.
that was
Tenía que
pretty
decirlo y ser
embarrassing.
hijo.
Okay, I'm ready to make my wish. I would like Miss Dunyarzad to appear in front of me right now with a smile on her face. Here goes.
Deseo que la señorita Dunyarzad aparezca ante mí. Por favor, que se cumpla.
I'm gonna open my eyes. Oh, you're
What?
Fucky.
Uy.
Sorry, but only one portion of Yelda candies per person. Back home you go. Nice try, you two. Anyway, never mind. I don't need to see her appear right in front of me. As long as she's happy.
Bueno, no resultó.
Guess he isn't the host of this dream after all. Should have expected it wouldn't be this easy.
Nos quedamos sin ideas y sin opciones.
Everyone who knows Dunyarzad loves her. But none of them has any idea that she...
My lady, step back.
That sounds like Dia! Oh, right. This is when Dunyarzad bumps into the kidnappers.
Iré a darles una lección.
Huh? But Dia can handle them. Hey, traveler!
Iré a darles una lección. Básicamente lo dijo de una manera un poco brusca. Y creo que es entendible. A ver, vamos por esta zona, vamos. Oye, ¿qué están arriba?
Oh, it's you. Great timing. Please take...
Yo me encargo de esta gentuza.
Hey, this is my job. The homie Yannis pay me, not you.
No me hagas saliva.
Yeah, fine, alright. Knock yourself out. Why are you so worked up anyway? It's not like I don't trust your fighting skill. Anyway, watch yourself.
So you got yourself some backup. Suit yourself. You're going down.
Bueno, básicamente el Lord es que está el viajero. Así que solamente voy a utilizar el viajero. Solamente voy a utilizar el viajero, gente. A ver, vamos por acá. Por acá. Uy, ahí se llegó. Uy, se llegó. Pero qué por acá. Y por acá. Que se complete el especial. Ahí está el especial. El especial. Y aquí vamos. A ver, por acá y por acá. Mi viajero está OP. Ahí está, ahí está. Ok, uno derrotado. Ok, uno por acá y uno por acá. Uy, casito. Me lo imaginaba. Una arquera y un lancero. A ver, por esta zona. Uy, miércoles. Ahí está, lo esquivé. A ver, ataque, ataque, salto, ataque, ataque, esquivara. A ver, el mantener el ataque. Esto y esto. Esto, toma y toma. Por acá, por acá, por acá y por acá. Muy bien. Eso fue algo rápido.
Traveler, were you just taking your anger out on those guys?
Solo estoy un poco enfadado conmigo mismo.
You and Nihida both. Dunyarzad wouldn't want to see you two like this. Oh, and speaking of her, Paimon just remembered something. Remember how during the first Sabzeruz festival, before the Samsara started, we came here with Dunyarzad because she said it was because she had forgotten something.
Sí, lo recuerdo.
Okay, so Paimon's memory is working so far. Anyway, Paimon also remembers that she is staying somewhere around here. She pointed it out to us the night before the Sabzeruz festival.
Vayamos a ver, quizás encontremos alguna pista.
Even if it's only a tiny clue, it'll probably still help us more than this needle in a haystack search.
Si hay un agujero en un pajar, siempre es bueno para otro pajar que tenga menos.
It's rude to enter other people's spaces without permission, but desperate times call for desperate measures. Hey, the windows are unlocked. Okay.
Cualquier agujero de guión es rentable. Cualquier pista o cualquier agujero que falte es rentable en utilizarse.
Temporary residence, so there was pretty much nothing inside except this book on the... Should we open it?
Supongo que es un libro que se leerá. Uy, se congeló. Ahí está. Tenía razón. Me ha costado más o menos 60 días, pero por fin pude terminar este cuaderno justo la noche antes del festival Sabzeruz. Pensé que a Paimon y tú posiblemente reanudaran su viaje después de tomar el festival. Por eso me esforcé mucho por terminarlo a tiempo y poder regalártelo en ese día. Este es un compendio de las historias y leyendas que circulan de boca a boca de la gente sobre la reina Menur Kusanali. Logré recapitular preguntando a todo el mundo cuando no estaba ocupada en los preparativos del festival. Aunque preguntan muchísima gente, muy pocos saben realmente algo sobre la reina Kusanali. Espero que este material te sirva para encontrarla. La fuente de agua cercana de la villa Gandharva estuvo contaminada un tiempo, por lo que los aldeanos tenían que ir muy lejos por agua. Pero un día descubrieron que el agua de la fuente otra vez se podía beber. Alguien dijo que la noche anterior vio un resplandor verde cerca de la fuente y todos tuvieron la certeza de que se trataba del poder divino de la reina Kusanali menor. Según esto, lo más probable es que la fuente de agua hubiera necesitado mucho tiempo para poder purificarse ella sola. Es posible que la reina Kusanali haya aparecido en la villa Gandharva. Siempre me da mucho miedo la oscuridad y no podía dormir después de que mamá no dijera. Pero un día empecé a oír una voz que hablaba hasta dormirme. Una señora me dijo que era la reina Menur Kusanali, que me reconfortaba porque se preocupaba por mí. Pobrecillo, espero que la celebración del festival Sabzeruz le alegre un poco. Su experiencia es bastante parecida a la que tuve en su momento. Ella es ciertamente una arconte gentil. Cierta vez bebí mucho y no encontraba el camino de vuelta a casa. Aquí en una esquina me pareció ver a la reina Menur Kusanali. Tenía un aspecto imponente y extremidades gruesas como árboles. Caí de espaldas de la impresión, pero ella me sostuvo como si nada. Al día siguiente me desperté debajo de un árbol. Seguro que fue la bailarina Menoko Senali, que me dijo con su protección. Creo que este pasaje no tiene mucho valor como referencia. Posiblemente este señor chocó contra un árbol un árbol de verdad. ¿No crees? Estas leyendas populares a las que Dun Yalsa ha ido añadiendo, sus comentarios como referencia llenan numerosas páginas con una escritura apretada.
Wow.
Wow.
Dunyazad wrote all of this. Sounds like she was always thinking of us even while we were away. Even though she was also busy preparing for the Sabzeruz festival and had all her health problems to worry about. She must have wanted to give this to us as a gift on the day of the Sabzeruz festival, right? If we hadn't found this book, we never would have known. But now that we know, we can't even thank her.
Dun Yalsat.
Hey! Where are you off to now?
Qué triste. Y ya se está acabando el día. La tarde. Habla con Dun Yalsat. Saltar salvavidas. Saltar, saltar, saltar. Ahí está. Y ya se está poniendo el día. Bueno, ya se está poniendo el sol. Al alba.
It's Dunyazad's puppet.
Mejor agradecérselo que quedarme callado. Si le digo, me sentiré más aliviado. Gracias.
Traveler.
Aunque sea una manita aún así.
Come to think of it, we've been stuck in this place for a really, really long time. Heck, even the last time we were chatting happily with Dunyazad feels like an eternity ago.
Desde el primer momento. Su madre. La academia Sumeru, los sabios.
And the way her eyes sparkled when she talked about Nilu's dance of Sabzeruz.
Apenas puedo recordarlo.
There will always be frustrations in life, but I know that the point of living is not to leave behind any regrets.
That was what the real Dunyazad said, wasn't it? Does that mean...
Es lo que queda. Dunyazad.
Yes, traveler. What is it?
Todavía sigue luchando.
So she's still just a puppet. But just now, how come...
No me arrepiento de nada.
What? Where are we going this time?
Aún sigue luchando. Iremos a la danza Sabzeruz. Aún sigue luchando. Qué loco. Lo único que se pierde es la esperanza. Mira, ¿dónde estoy yendo? Ok, no estoy yendo. Aquí está. Contempla la danza Sabzeruz. Sinceramente aún sigue luchando. Estamos llegando bien, vale.
If you continue to resist, we will have to order an investigation into every single event organizer. The Grand Sage has already granted you much leniency. I advise that you exercise tact.
How did things turn out like this? Traveler? You don't have to get involved. He's a sage from the academia.
Traveler?
Traveler? What the heck are you doing? If you get arrested by the academia, that's another day gone to waste.
No, creo que hay que intentar algo. Pero se quedó callado. Eso sí es limo. No pasó nada.
Wait, they're not reacting. Have they been scared stiff?
Tal como me imaginaba.
Oh, of course! If this is the sage's plan, they wouldn't put themselves through this. So they're just substitutes.
O sea que también son marionetas.
What is this? What happened to the Grand Sage and his entourage?
Esas flores no son...
Like I said, they symbolize the goddess of flowers. It's just a shame that all the real Patisaras went extinct.
Yes. The Greater Lord brought forth new Patisaras in memory of the goddess of flowers. But she ultimately could never truly replicate that beautiful shade of purple.
Y regresamos al presente.
That beautiful shade of purple. Aren't these flowers real Patisaras? Just like the ones from the legend? I didn't even notice.
Pero, ¿cómo es posible?
Did you find these?
But didn't you just say all the real flowers went extinct after the goddess of flowers passed away? So, how?
Yeah. What's going on here?
Nilo, cierra los ojos.
Huh?
Imagínate que los sabios no están delante de ti.
You guys are acting weird. But okay, I'll try. Hey!
Uy. Y desaparecieron.
So
Ya, ¿quién lo diría?
What a surprise! Purple Patisaras don't exist in the real world anymore. But in Nilu's subconscious, they can appear as decorations on the stage. It's just like the example Nahida told us. People assumed there will be food on a plate, and Nilu assumed there would be real Patisaras in the flower pots. So when you saw the flowers, you instantly knew it was Nilu?
Exacto.
But if we want to end the samsara, we need the host to become aware that they're dreaming. How should we make Nilu realize that?
Creo que no hace falta.
Am I dreaming?
Sí.
Huh?
¿Cómo lo supiste?
So I'm right. Is this Lesser Lord Kusanali responding to our celebration of the Sabzeruz?
Wrong guess, but you aren't completely wrong either. The point is, what made you think this is a dream? As far as you know, people in Sumeru don't dream, right?
Yeah, but have you heard the tale of the first sage? To prevent a calamity, he went on a journey to find the...
Ooh, sounds familiar. Dunyarzad told us a story like that when we first arrived in Sumeru City. So, it was about the first sage, huh?
Yep, but in the part you heard, he hadn't become the first sage yet. There's more to the story.
Hay más historia.
His piety and wisdom were acknowledged by the Dendro Archon, and she finally gave her blessing to him. All kinds of spectacular scenes appeared in front of the first sage, as if all the knowledge in the world was being painted onto a canvas right before him. He was captivated. After who knows how long, he mastered all the knowledge he could comprehend. Afterward, he said to the Dendro Archon, "I miss my parents, my wife, and my children. I've been away from home for far too long. They must be worried." The Dendro Archon smiled. The next second, the sage found himself lying in his bed, as if he had just woken up from a dream. His wife, lying next to him, said, "You're off to search for the Dendro Archon today, aren't you? Have a safe journey, my love." In the end, the first sage took care of many disasters in Sumeru City, and founded the Academia.
So, the first sage was dreaming ever since the beginning of the story? He never went on his journey?
Yes, but his faith and determination were conveyed to the Dendro Archon, so she blessed him in the form of a dream.
Paimon understands where you're coming from now. That's a really interesting connection. But we really gotta wake up soon, like the sage in the story.
Ahora que ni lo sabe, el sueño no durará mucho.
I see. Well, it just so happens that today's Sabzeruz festival is almost over too.
O sea que...
Since we're in a dream, let's make this final dance of Sabzeruz as beautiful as we can.
Lleva mucho tiempo esperándola. O sea que... ¡Cinemática!
The wait is over, everyone. I dedicate this to our god, the dance of Sabzeruz.
Como es un sueño, está todo despertando. Se está todo desvaneciendo. Eso significa que el sueño se está despertando. Digo, está finalizando. Pero...
I'd be lying if I said I had no regrets. I would have loved to see Nilu's dance.
Sí, tiene razón. Oye, Ara, ¿qué es eso? Dungersat. Todos se están despertando. ¿Funcionó? Uy, qué loco.
A la mañana siguiente.
Qué loco, de verdad. Qué loco.
Oh, Paimon feels like she's been asleep for the longest.
Qué loco. Qué loco, de verdad. Me duele mucho la cabeza.
Paimon's head feels super heavy. Did we oversleep? Do you even remember going to sleep last night? Paimon thinks it was after the Sabzeruz festival. The Sabzeruz festival! Have we finally escaped from the Sabzeruz samsara?
Ya me acuerdo.
Take off your Akasha terminal!
Vayamos rápido a ver a Dungersat. Yara, qué bueno. Se logró despertar el sueño. Todos. Toda la ciudad. Vámonos.
She's not in her room. What happened?
Vayamos al sitio de siempre.
What usual spot?
Todo se ha solucionado. Al fin. Se logró despertar del déjà vu. Se logró despertar del déjà vu. Déjà vu, a su madre. A su madre. Fue algo inesperado en todo sentido. Fue algo inesperado, gente. Fue algo inesperado.
Well done, Traveler and Paimon. And thank you,
Aterin?
Dunyarzad, for organizing the Sabzeruz festival for me.
I'm sorry, who are...
Dunyarzad!
Oh.
Okay. Oh, don't scare us like
Sí está bien. Mucha gente, sí está bien.
Oh, Traveler Paimon. I have something amazing to tell you. I just had a dream. And I saw Nilu performing the dance of Sabzeruz.
Oye, ahora... Creo que me pasa un poco de la historia. El alba. Catherine.
You're actually Nahida, aren't you? Paimon felt like Catherine was acting weird when we met at the Sabzeruz festival. And... Dunyarzad, did you save her?
A tiempo.
It's a really long story. We shouldn't disturb her. Her consciousness is still weakened. Let's chat somewhere else. How about by the Traveler's favorite bench?
Sí, ¿no? Ahí es donde todo empezó. Dunyarzad. Qué chévere, está
Why are you two
bien.
so excited to see me? Hasn't it only been a night?
It's actually been much longer than that.
Oh? Strange. Was I really asleep that long? No wonder I have such a headache.
Básicamente sí. Básicamente sí, a su madre. A su madre, debe ser por impresión. Y ya. Por impresionity, gente, por impresionity. Pero lo importante es que todo, al final todo se lo bien. A ver, habla con Naira. A ver, vamos por esta zona. Creo que ya estamos a punto de finalizar una parte de la historia. Creo. A ver, saltamos lo más normal en Genshin Impact, lo más normal. Saltar por las casas, lo más normal que se ve todos los días.
Let's talk about Dunyarzad first. It's such a relief that she's all right.
After we parted on the last day of the Sabzeruz festival, I left the city and saw what the traveler had described. Among the countless dreams, I found one that was growing fainter and fainter. This proved my suspicion. Once Dunyarzad could no longer bear the Akasha harvesting her dreams, her consciousness began to dissipate. But this also meant it escaped the Akasha's control. Such a small fragment of consciousness can't last for very long, though. It will return to its original dream, where both will gradually fade until they completely disappear. I used all the power I had to keep her dying dream alive as long as possible. But it still wouldn't have lasted for much longer if it hadn't been.
So it looks like we did manage to save Dunyarzad.
Al fin.
Not a moment too soon.
Un final feliz, como se comenta.
Why are you two smiling so happily? I thought you'd be so moved that you'd start crying. I need to spend more time observing human emotions.
Both are fine. Everyone reacts differently.
All right. You two must have a lot of other questions for me, right? After all, you saved my faithful believer.
Sobre lo que viene en el bosque Abicha.
At the Avidia forest, there was this incense that made the traveler fall unconscious and dream of a huge tree and a red sky.
You also heard someone's voice, right?
Eso sí se ha visto, un cielo rojo.
And forget me.
Yeah, so you do know. We've been wanting to ask you what that was about, and if the red sky was related to
Canria.
It seems like the traveler established a connection to Irminsul. That was a message left by Greater Lord Rukadevata's residual consciousness in Irminsul. Perhaps her last memory before she died. As you two probably know, Greater Lord Rukadevata disappeared after the disaster in Conria. The timings of these events do line up, so your suspicions are reasonable.
A message from Greater Lord Rukadevata? We thought it was from the Scarlet King.
Pensamos que era el del Rey Escarlata.
That god who died even longer ago? Some present-day desert dwellers still worship him.
Okay, so what does the message mean?
I still haven't managed to decipher it. Even the Akasha isn't currently capable of doing. Greater Lord Rukadevata's residual consciousness in Irminsul seems to be contaminated with something that has a very dangerous or many devoted scholars go mad as soon as they connect their consciousness. I've warned the Academia about this many times, but I believe this is the key to saving Irminsul. That's why I've kept trying to decipher it.
So the tree in the vision was Irminsul? Oh, Tainari
Tignari.
also said that Irminsul is sick. Is it because of the contaminated conscious? But even if you can't figure out what that vision was all about, it seems like our search for you was all in vain.
The traveler wasn't affected after coming in contact with that consciousness. I've never seen anyone like that. With you here, we may
O sea que todavía hay más cosas que descifrar ahora.
We must decipher its secrets. I've already eliminated all other factors that might affect Irminsul. This is the only one left. This puzzle has life and death at stake. It could determine Irminsul's fate.
¿En serio tanto así? Entonces hay que ponerse muy en marcha. ¿Por qué te ves como Catherine?
To be accurate, I'm using the Akasha as a medium to occupy Catherine's consciousness.
How did you do that? Poor Catherine. Does this mean you can
also occupy other people's... Theoretically, I can enter anyone's mind as long as they're wearing their Akasha. The Akasha is the legacy of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. As Lesser Lord Kusanali and the first Akasha terminal, my consciousness... I've always respected my people's free will, so I've never actually occupied their consciousness. When necessary, I just borrow this bionic...
¿Marioneta biónica? ¿Marioneta biónica? O sea, ¿ese explica la llave que está atrás? Creo. Eso explica la llave.
Hold on. Did we just learn some deep, dark secret? So Catherine is... No wonder Paimon felt something was off about her. What about your own body? Why do you need to borrow other people's? Don't you live in the sanctuary of Surasthana?
That story begins a long time ago. After Greater Lord Rukkhadevata disappeared, the sages found my newly born self and took me back to Sumeru. At that time, I was young and weak. The sages kept me in the sanctuary of Surasthana, ostensibly for the sake of protecting me. However, I do understand that they had hoped to find Greater Lord Rukkhadevata instead of me, a symbol of her passing.
So, the sages basically put their new Archon under house arrest? How dare they! Why don't you teach them a lesson, Nihi?
In some ways, they aren't wrong. Greater Lord Rukkhadevata was omniscient and omnipotent. Even after her death, I'm still really far away from being able to call myself the God of Wisdom. Moreover, the Academia is also more proficient.
Para mí ya eres un excelente arconte.
Yeah, you got a lot of believers. Just look at the Sabzeruz festival. Everyone who showed up truly loved it.
Thank you for the kind words. But I honestly don't need physical freedom as long as I can connect my consciousness to the Akasha. Trying to find a way to save Irminsul is my life's mission and top priority. I will work on that, and try to live up to being a deity in the meantime. Every once in a while, I will also take up the duties of the God of Wisdom and enlighten a lost soul here and there.
¿Qué planean los sabios?
There's never been any big problems with the Academia's governance of Sumeru. This is the first time I've seen them step out of line. I wonder what caused them to go down this path, and what they hope to achieve. Even though the city's residents haven't noticed anything strange, if the traveler hadn't broken the Sabzeruz samsara, the situation could have become dark. I tried to do some investigating in the Akasha, but I couldn't find anything suspicious. And all the people of interest seem to purposely avoid wearing their... I think they're deliberately trying to hide something.
Oh!
¿Hay algo más atrás, aparte de eso?
In Gandharvaville, there was a sage who had invited Tainari to join some kind of project. Could it be related?
Regardless, I need to first investigate the sage's motives, make things right, and punish them if needed.
¿Nadie se ha dado cuenta del problema con el Akasha?
They'll see me coming. You mean how the Akasha stops you from having dreams?
Yeah, it's been such a long time. No one's noticed something's up?
It's not that no one noticed. It's more like no one cared. Ultimately, it's all rooted in the sage's misdirection.
Misdirection?
Desinformación.
The sages convinced everyone to believe that being unable to dream is a sign of rationality and wisdom. Not dreaming is a badge of honor in Sumeru, even if the truth is that their dreams are being reaped by the Akasha. With their propaganda in place, the sages can maximize their use of the Akasha to facilitate their research. Besides, Greater Lord Rukkhadevata must have created the Akasha in the hopes that it could be used to its full potential. That's why I've never come out strongly against this. Anyway, the perspective advocated by the sages drowned out any by now. Even those who never use Akasha terminals find it too shameful and embarrassing to talk about their dreams.
No tengo más preguntas.
Got it. I hope my answers were satisfactory, seekers of knowledge. To be honest, maintaining Dunyarzad's fading dream took a lot of mental energy. I think I may need to rest for a while. Oh, and you don't need to worry too much about the sage's activities for now. The Akasha won't be able to conduct another project on the scale of the Sabzeruz samsara.
Go and get some sleep. Leave everything to us. What a relief.
Este realmente es el cumpleaños más agotador que he tenido.
Birthday I've ever had.
No se parece a un déjà vu.
Traveler? Paimon? Why am I here? Do either of you know?
Maybe you were sleepwalking. You know you can't wake up a sleepwalker. We happened to walk by, so we thought we'd wait for you to wake up.
I see. Huh. I should visit my maintenance personnel sometime. Oh, I'm fine. I better go. Thank you.
We've spent quite some time in Sumeru
¿Qué fue?
City. But ever since we last said goodbye to Lesser Lord
¿Qué fue? No pasa el texto.
we haven't heard anything from her. Oh, we can't just keep waiting around like this. Let's go find Catherine and pick up some work so we can at least keep ourselves busy.